Sorry. Hello and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, everybody at home watching on YouTube. Today, we are going to be debating 100 Trump supporters. For a quick rundown on how this works, I'm doing live debates on TikTok on the phone right now as we speak, and we will be bringing up any and all Trump supporters to have a discussion. We actually already have our first Trump supporter on the line. I just had to mute them because they were eating some food. I don't know if you heard that at the beginning of the video. But we're going to go ahead and unmute him and hop right into the debate. So we're going to go ahead and unmute Mimi here. Give us a moment. Mimi, go ahead and unmute your mic, sir, and tell us why you voted for Trump. Okay, so do you think that your quality of life was worse under Biden and Harris, and that's why you voted for Trump? Yes.
The market went down to shit. We could barely survive, man. Can barely just maintain regular bills regarding trucking insurance and maintaining trucks and trailers and, paying your bills. It's tough, man.
Okay, all right. So my first question to you would be, what policy did the Biden-Harris administration pass that made the quality of your life worse? Also, for everybody at home on YouTube, I apologize. I had the wrong mic plugged in there for a little bit, so you couldn't hear the guest, but you can now. So go ahead and catch us up to speed. What's one piece of legislation passed by Biden and Harris that you think made your life worse?
I don't know. I never paid attention to any policies or anything, man. I was just a
Okay,
regular.
so do you just think kind of whatever happens in the country is to blame on the presidency, ultimately speaking?
I don't. That's like I said. I never voted and never paid any politics.
Okay, well, if you don't think whatever happens to the country is ultimately to blame on the presidency, then why would you blame your living conditions under Biden and Harris on Biden and Harris?
I mean, during their term.
Okay, so you do think that whatever happens in the country is to blame on the presidency, right?
I mean, I guess.
Okay, so do you think that
Obama was good?
So I just want to ask you a question. So do you think that COVID, like literally the global pandemic, is to blame on Trump because it happened under his presidency?
I mean, I don't know what to believe there, man. Honestly, I don't, man.
No. Do you think the highest unemployment rate that we've had in our country in the last 100 years in April of 2020 at 14.8% is to blame on Trump?
I mean, we got locked up and sent home, and
So is that Trump's fault?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Okay, so how can you determine that the lockdowns under Trump's term wasn't Trump's fault, but the decrease in your quality in your life under Biden was his fault?
Just based on life, man, everyday life, I mean,
weren't the lockdowns everyday life for millions of American citizens under Trump?
I mean, going up to that point was good, during COVID, yeah, the whole world got messed up.
Yeah, but that was like everyday life for millions of people. Can we just use your logic to blame that on Trump?
No, I'm not blaming it on Trump. No, and I'm also...
Okay, well, if you can't blame the living conditions in 2020 on Trump, how can you blame the living conditions in 2021 to 2024 on Biden?
I mean, okay, the COVID passed. We got back, working. Everything settled down. The vaccines were not mandatory anymore, and
so
still...
you're not answering my question. Are you just saying that external variables were to blame for the deprived living conditions at the end of Trump's term, but not to blame under Biden and Harris?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, well, Mimi, I appreciate you for popping up. I think we're going to move on to the next guest, but I appreciate you for your time.
Hey, sure. Thank you, man. Have a good one. Take care, man.
You as well. Alejandro, thank you so much for the $3 donation on PayPal. I really appreciate you for the love. For everybody watching over on YouTube, I do know that my mic is quiet. Hopefully, I will be able to compensate for that by literally yelling into it. I have a solution kind of sort of worked out for how I could fix that. It's just going to take a while to actually implement. What is up, Jay? Welcome to the live. Did you vote for Trump? And it looks like Jay is back. Hello. Did you vote for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history?
I actually didn't.
Base, let's get some W's for Jay in that chat. Going over the rules of the live one more time. If you voted for Trump, hop in that queue. If you're in that queue and you didn't vote for Trump, I will politely request for you to leave the queue. Hello, Michael. Did you vote for Trump?
Well, Dean, it's your favorite president, Donald Trump, and I'm here today And you look at what you're doing, it's horrible. And you look at the Democrat community, they're falling apart so badly.
I'll give that a good 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Kiara, thank you for the $5 donation on PayPal saying thank you for doing this important work. I appreciate you for that love, Kiara. We got the next guest loading in right now. Michael was obviously a troll. 7 out of 10 impression, quite frankly. Go ahead and spam MAGA in that live chat over on TikTok if you want to join up. I'll get you up here. We'll get you up here to debate. As well as if you guys could help me by double tapping on that phone screen, that'd be so beneficial. Let's try to get up to 500,000 likes right now, right away. Thank you guys. Do double tap. Once again, that's over on TikTok. And we are getting the next guest loaded into the live right now. It kind of seems that the Trump supporters are a little bit scared of me. Hello, Trace. Did you vote for Trump?
Fuck Donald Trump.
You're lying. I didn't click join.
Okay, all right. For everybody watching at home on YouTube, I do apologize. This happens time to time. So this is when we will have thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the TikTok stream, but all of the Trump supporters watching are literally too scared to debate me, okay? That's where we're at right now. That's what we're doing. We've hit a point where no Trump supporter in this live wants to actually join up to debate because they're all scared with no backbone, no spine. And the only people in the queue are LARPing Democrats. Now, of course, that's a rage bait. I want to put that one out there. That's just supposed to incentivize the Republicans to join. Randall, thank you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube, saying thank you for going live on YouTube. Much appreciated. I appreciate you. Alyssa with a $5 donation on PayPal saying I want to die. Alyssa, are you okay? As well as Janice with a $20 donation over on Venmo saying, speaking sense into the world is your superpower. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you, Janice. Everybody, please show some love to Janice. And Alyssa, are you okay? Fire, what's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, back in 2016, I did.
What about 2024?
That was the last time I voted.
Okay.
No, but
you guys, listen, I'm going to go ahead and just be very clear with the rules. You guys, listen, okay? If you're in the live over on TikTok and you're requesting to join, make sure that means you voted for Trump in 2024, okay? Come on. Dylan, what's going on, man? You voted for Trump, right?
Yeah, I did.
Dylan, you sound 13. Why do you... Don't even just... Goodbye. Okay.
All right, I'm sorry.
Right. Moving on to the... You couldn't even do like a, oh yeah, I did. You couldn't have done that for me. You couldn't have done the, you can have dropped that voice a little bit, What's up, local pimp? You vote for Trump?
I did indeed.
And why did you do that? We're here to hear you out. Let us know.
I only voted for him because I was in the military and he was talking about bringing a pay raise.
Do you know the largest pay raise for the military since early 2000s was under Biden and Harris? Also, they passed better bills for the military compared to Trump, such as the PACT Act that invested $800 million into the expansion of VA healthcare benefits. Biden raised your pay, sir.
It's kind of tricky how that works. It's not because they did like a 5%, and then they broke it up amongst like different levels in the military, so different rankings. So like E4s and below and E5s and up received different, and if you were over the threshold, you didn't really receive anything. It was more of a lower rank thing. So it was kind of confusing on that whole situation. He was talking about not as high of a percent, but for all up to like E7. So he was trying to expand the.
I've never heard Trump talk about this before.
Yeah, he definitely did.
When?
When was that? I don't remember the exact date.
I don't see it anywhere. Thank you for the you're amazing. Actually, wait, are you talking about the 10.5% pay raise for pay grades E1 through E4, then an average raise of 7% for E5s?
Yeah, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. It's like, and once you get over E5, we don't get shit.
So wait, so you're saying that a pay raise is annoying when it's under Biden, but awesome when it's under Trump?
No, they're both annoying. But
Why would you call a pay raise annoying?
all right, so depending on how long you've been
And
in,
how does it? So I'm not seeing anything about Trump proposing pay raises. Could you show me where that is?
how am I supposed to show you where it's at?
By giving
Just,
me a source.
the source. All right, let's see. Where did I find it?
Oh my God. Okay, if you're one of the 6.3 thousand people, okay. If you don't want to go find a source, let me know, because there's another argument that I could give you that won't like waste your time on doing research on something that I don't think exists. And it's a pretty argument as well. We're just gonna assume that pay raise exists, okay? But you are a service member of our military. You don't value money overall. You value the protection of America overall. So would you accept a pay raise, essentially a bribe, to vote for a candidate that launched the biggest internal attack on the American democracy since the Civil War, making you an accomplice to a traitor against American civil rights, liberties, and protections in the voting booth?
What? You cut
Would
out
you, as like an American patriot that would lay down your life for this country, ever support a candidate that launched the biggest internal attack on the American democracy since the Civil War, trying to silence and suppress the vote of all American citizens in 2020 by trying to rig the outcome of the election to make himself win?
Where's the proof that he tried to rig it?
Well, he admitted to it. Yeah, he admitted to sending fake slates of electors to 7 states, and he admitted to sending them with fake certificates of ascertainment or votes from those states saying he won even though Biden won. He admitted to having them send it back to Congress, as well as we have the transcripts of the emails between those states' governor's office and Congress saying that those were fake votes. He had also admitted to trying to get Bill Barr, the head of the DOJ, into announcing widespread voter fraud without any evidence. He had also admitted to trying to pressure his VP into ratifying the false results of the election. And of course, he never did that. And that's why everybody called his last VP a traitor, is because he placed the Constitution above Trump.
I mean, he did do a lot of great things for the military, though.
Like what?
Like some stuff that's behind closed doors, obviously, but
No
there's
bill
a
passed
lot
through
of
Congress
stuff.
is behind closed doors, sir.
What'd you say?
No bill passed through Congress is behind closed doors, sir.
There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that normal people don't see, for one. And then Kamala Harris and them, they went and spoke, and they were like, there's no one across America.
Can you tell me one of those good things that Trump did for the military?
Like,
Wait, also, why the fuck are you pivoting? I literally just told you that this guy admitted to being the biggest threat since the Civil War to the American democracy, and you want to support him? Wait, why would you ever do that as a military member? You're like, dude, aren't you literally supposed to fight these people? The threats to the American democracy and shit? Isn't that your job, bro? And instead you're just well, I'm gonna sell out and vote for him? Come on, man, really?
Not. So when you're in the military, you don't really have a big say so. So whoever's in charge is whoever's in charge. Or
No. You had to say so insofar as who you voted for.
Whatever they're doing. But yes. So Kamala Harris and then they were like,
they're not gonna respond to what I said. Are you active duty, sir?
Huh?
Are you active duty?
Yes.
Did you know you're actually not able to talk about your political affiliations when you're active duty?
They're like, there's no U.S. military member that was deployed in any combat zone or whatever. They had formally said that on the news.
Hey, did you know it's literally illegal for you to be talking about your political beliefs and advocating for them while being active duty?
It's not. There's stipulations around it. I can't be in a radicalist group.
No, you literally can't talk about your political affiliations. Chat, should we just get Matt in here to read him off the specific law? I say we do that just for fun. Everybody do just give us a minute. I'm gonna go and reach out to Matt. Everybody just do give us a minute. Yo, can you pop on my stream real quick? Okay, well, Matt is doing that, guys. In the meantime, make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen over here on TikTok, as well as over on YouTube. Drop a like on that stream. We only have 43 likes. And I'd really like to thank Elaine, that is EILEEN, with a $20 super chat over on YouTube. Oh my gosh, everybody please show some love to Elaine. That is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you, Elaine. But if you're curious, it's called the Hatch Act. And the guest left, so goodbye. Goodbye. He just ran away. I'm going to go ahead and let Matt know. Never My
Hello.
guest ran lol.
Hello.
What's going on, Sam? How old are you?
18.
Lily, thank you for the $2 on Venmo. Really? What year were you born?
I was born in 2005.
What do you call Lays?
Lay's? What do you mean? What's Lay's?
Like the little slices of potatoes with a little bit of salt, maybe some sweet and sour, maybe even some BBQ sauce. What do you call those?
Chips?
Oh, okay. All right. What time is it?
Okay, you got me. Just keep
Wait,
me
did
off.
you say that you were 18, born in 05?
Yep.
Why? Okay, so you're also lying about your age, right? Because you can't be 18, born in 05.
How?
If you were born in 05, you'd be turning 20 in 2025. Get it?
Oh wait, so next
Math.
time what date should I say next time?
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Lily, thank you for the $2 donation over on Venmo. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much, Lily. Everybody, please show some love to Lily. What's up, Kitty? Did you vote for Trump?
No, I live in Europe and I have to correct you.
I'm so sorry. I would love for you to correct me, but you didn't vote for Trump. You know what, Lily? Sorry, Kitty. Drop that correction down below in the chat.
Hello?
Test. Okay, no echo. Hi, how old are you?
I'm 20.
20. You vote for Trump.
Of course.
Of course. And why is that?
Because I think he's good for the economy.
Oh, no, man. Have we already spoken before?
No, I haven't spoken to you.
Okay, so why do you think he's good for the economy? Did you know that he actually announced his tax policy yesterday, and he walked back on no tax on tips, he walked back on no tax on overtime, and he walked back on no tax on Social Security, and over 80% of the cuts in the bill go to members of the top 1%. So why would you say somebody with tax policy that disproportionately benefits the ultra-wealthy walked back on his promises to the average American and actually disproportionately harms you the less money you make because of his tariffs is good for our country?
I think that the top percent of the country, they put money in everybody's pockets, you know? So, I think he's best ultimately, for everybody, because
Wait, are you
he
saying that we
helps
should
the
just make
top
the
and the
rich
top.
richer?
Trickle down economics. You ever heard of that?
Okay, listen, there's like 1,000,001 refutations to trickle-down economics. The best refutation is that, historically speaking, we just don't see it to empirically generate good outcomes. But the second good refutation is if you want the average American to have more money, and you think that you could achieve this through trickle-down economics, give money to person A, the rich person, and it just kind of trickles down to the worker, why don't we just give it straight to the worker instead? Don't you think that's a more efficient,
Well,
pragmatic,
because they're poor. Why
and
would we give it to them? They don't know how to handle money. So why would we give them more money? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you give the rich people who know how to handle money?
Why don't we just
Hey,
replace our entire taxation?
look,
Let me
wait,
ask you a
okay,
question
Dean,
real
hold on
quick.
for a second.
What,
Dean,
no,
hold
I
on for
would
a
love to
second.
ask you a question. Why don't we just replace our entire taxation system with a regressive tax system that taxes you more the less money you make? Would you be on board with that?
Well, I have a lot of money. I don't really care. I don't really care. So that doesn't really affect me.
Wow. So if it doesn't affect you, you don't care. Sir, I got a question. Are you white?
Well, what if I was?
You are white, correct?
Well, what if I was?
Well, I'll tell
What
you.
does that-
You
what
just
does
got to
that have
answer
to
the
do with this
question first.
conversation?
I'll tell you. You just have to answer the question first.
Yes, I'm white.
So do you not care about anti-black racism because it doesn't personally affect you?
Well, I love black people.
That's
So why
not
would
the
I?
question that I asked.
Like, you asked a question again. Sorry.
Do you not care about anti-black racism because it does not affect you the same way you told me you don't care about taxing poor people more because it doesn't affect
Well,
you?
okay. Look, I'll put it like this. Okay.
You'll put it like a yes or a no.
Listen, I'll put it
preferably.
like this.
How about you put it in a yes or no, preferably?
Yes.
Yes, it's like you do care about it?
Yes, I care. I'm a good guy. I'm an empathetic guy. Like, I'm not. I mean,
Are you
person.
okay? Are you trolling?
No, I'm not trolling. Why would I be trolling? Yo, okay, Dean. My thing is, like, everyone in the comments is talking about my list and how I talk.
Yeah, guys, don't fucking don't.
It
shit on
kind of
this.
hurts it hurts my feelings, and I don't understand why. Because I thought you leftists were good people.
Yeah, well, okay. Anybody in the chat spamming that, please stop. Like that you're being an asshole.
He's not white. I identify as a Caucasian person. I don't know what you mean by that. Hold on, let me go in my private room because
What do you mean you identify as a Caucasian person?
I identify ethnically as Caucasian.
He's a troll. We gotta troll, bro. We gotta troll. We're gonna go ahead and move on. All right, we got Tommy loaded. We can. What the fuck, dude?
I'm on YouTube.
What?
I'm on YouTube.
You just listen to yourself back. Okay, we need to be serious. Okay, we're here to debate Trump supporters. Why are you guys not being serious? We need to be serious, get it together. Yo, what's up, Charlie? Thank you so much for the $5 donation over on PayPal saying, hey, yo, I appreciate you for the love, Charlie. Shout out Charlie in the chat, as well as Erica with a $2 donation on Venmo, and Lily with a $2 donation on PayPal, and Andrew with the $5 on Venmo saying, if Trump for real joined at your request box, what would you tell him? I'd debate him. If you're watching this live over on YouTube or over on TikTok and you want to support me, here's how. You can support me through my Venmo or my PayPal, which on TikTok can be found within the link tree in my bio. If you're over on YouTube and you'd like to support me, you can support me through the super chat on the bottom of your screen, as well as I will attach a message and pin it in the chat with my Venmo and PayPal. Now, we're going to get this next guest up in here for our next debate. What is going on? Hello. Did you vote for Trump?
I didn't vote at all, but I'm going to say that Trump is exactly what this country needs.
Well, that was a very strong statement. Why does this country precisely exactly need a rapist, racist, with bad economic policy that hurts you the less money you make?
Yeah, that's exactly what the country needs. The revolution isn't going to happen until it's really painful, and there's a lot of people who are comfortable with the status quo getting worse and worse and worse. Right. And we need it to be absolutely horrible. And
yes.
That's what's coming.
Yes. I hear this argument once in a blue moon. It's about every other week. Somebody comes up here and they tell me, Dean, I want people to die and I want people to have their rights violated because it will lead to a revolution. Sir, I have a question. Did the Holocaust lead to a quote-unquote revolution or like a world war that
led to the Nuremberg trials for sure?
Yeah. So would you have voted for Hitler because it led to a kind of revolution?
Oh, like I said, I didn't vote.
Well,
I fled the country. 10 years ago.
Would you say that Hitler was exactly what Germany needed in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s?
Was I don't know as much about the politics. There was a revolution.
Yeah, we're going to go and get you out. If it's not just like an immediate no, I don't think that there's any room for a conversation. Hello, TJ. Did you vote for Trump? TJ is not here, so we're going to get that next guest up in here. Well, guys, we have guests like that every once in a while. I just think that they're trying to be edgy. I don't think they actually believe in what they say. They just want to be different. They just want to be edgy. They just want to be weird. And that's like an honest take. What's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
No.
Okay, well, we're just looking to talk to people that did vote for Trump, so how about we do this? For everybody watching the stream, you guys spam MAGA down below in that chat, and I'll pull you up here to debate, y'all. So everybody just do give us a minute and spam MAGA down below in the chat. There is 7,000 people watching live over on TikTok right now. There's not one person that wants to debate me. How astounding. Real quick, before we hop into this next debate, what's going on, man? Give me a minute. I'd like to thank Soul, that is S-O-L, with the $30 donation on PayPal. Soul, that is so incredibly kind of you. Let's get at least 300 big booms and W's for Soul down below in both of those live chats. Thank you so much, Soul. That is so incredibly kind. As well as Mariah with a $2 donation on Venmo, John with a $5 donation on Venmo, and Shannon with the $10 donation on Venmo. Shout out Shannon, Soul, and everybody else. Thank you so much for the love. What is up? Did you vote for Trump?
Where's that inhaler, bro?
Where's the inhaler? I don't know. I don't know where my inhaler is.
I know it's on the desk, man.
Oh, you're talking about my anxiety pin.
Oh yeah, the anxiety pin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my pocket right now. Now, thank you so much, sir. Anyways, did you vote for Trump?
Fuck no.
Based. We're gonna move on to the next guest. All right, everybody, just give us a minute. We got all these trolls, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next guest is loading up. Yo, Helene, thank you for the 25 NOK dollars, Norway dollars, over on YouTube. Super chat saying, you're such a sladey. Norway hates Trump. W Norway. Okay, you guys, we're having a little bit of a dry spell right now with the debates. My apologies. I doing everything in my power to get actual debates going. It's just that no actual Trump supporter wants to come up here and have a conversation.
Hello?
H, please.
I voted for Trump because
Well, at least they were trying to lower their voice. They were like, I voted for Trump. You know, like they were trying to do that. You know, they were putting that effort in. They were putting the effort in. City girl, hello. Did you vote for Trump? Son of Scotland, get your booty up on this live, Son of Scotland. There you are. City girl's not here, but Son of Scotland, here you are. It's been a while. I remember you used to be a little bit of a toddler, if I remember you correctly.
Well, that's a great caveat to start a sentence. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Did you vote for Trump, man?
Fortunately, no. I don't live in the United States, so.
Oh, that's right. You used to come up on other topics that didn't relate to politics. Remember, you call me like a grifter, and you'd go all like crazy and shit. Remember that?
No, I'd never accused you of that.
Oh, I do. I remember that. We're gonna get the next guest up here. Oh my gosh, yo, Marie with a $50 super chat over on YouTube. I want to see at least 500 big W's and booms for Marie on TikTok and YouTube. That is crazy, dude. Thank you so much for the love, Marie. Holy crap. Massive love for Marie in those live chats. Thank you so much, Marie. And Cody with the $5 on PayPal. Thank you, Cody and Marie. Oh my gosh, W's for Marie. Charles, what's up? Did you vote for Truman?
Yeah, I just want to actually say, I think you're one of the most fucked up people on this whole app, and I think you're one of the biggest fucking pussies and bitches and two-faced, lied motherfuckers on here.
Can I ask you for something real quick?
No, you're just a little fucking bitch, dude.
Okay, you're just gonna keep on whining. Okay, act your age. I'm gonna ask you for something real quick. So I would love to have a conversation with you about what you believe in. But the only issue here is that when you specifically use the terms bitch or pusssy, TikTok will ban you for hate speech and harassment. So what if you just use other words like soy boy or donut to insult me? So TikTok won't ban your account and you can stand here.
That's fine. You look like a little soy boy.
Phenomenal. So why don't you like me?
Cry. Dude, look at you. Look how you're drinking that. What is that, Dr. Pepper?
It's my favorite drink in the world.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper. Drink some water, dude. You're poisoning yourself. You're poisoning your brain.
I drink both, but sometimes I need more caffeine to be able to put up with donuts like you. I'm still waiting on it. Why don't you like me? Is it because I'm smarter than you? Is it because I debate better than you?
No, I don't
Is it
think you're
because I advocate for the truth?
I don't think you're smarter than me at all, buddy. Okay. I think you're just a dumb little idiot on here who's been completely misconfused by everyone.
Okay, so why do you think I'm confused? I want an argument.
I can see when someone actually gives you a good argument, I can see your brain. It's like malfunctions almost.
Name one good argument I've ever gotten before.
Oh, I see plenty of guys come up here and just completely say something that you've clearly never even probably thought about.
Oh, okay. Like what? Give me an example. Okay, how about, wait. Let's slow down here. First of all, Traceless with a $10 super chat over on YouTube saying, keep doing what you're doing. I really appreciate you for that love. See, you already got the flag. I don't want you, dude. Just see, you know what I mean? Thank you, Traceless, for the $10 super chat. Could you say thank you to Traceless real quick?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Say thank you to Traceless for the $10 super chat on YouTube.
Did they give me the money?
No, they gave me money, and I want you to say thank you like a little good boy.
Right, we're not going to do that. We're going to talk like we're adults because you think you're a big jokester or something, don't you?
Okay, spell jokester for me.
Mr. Soyboy, you probably live in some liberal ass state.
Can you please spell jokester for me?
Jokster. You dumb idiot.
Jockster?
I didn't say C, you idiot.
Did you just say jock? Okay. So remember when we're
J-O-K.
that is like the most ironic fucking thing I've ever heard. You come up into my live, you call me the donut, you say I'm uneducated, you go off calling me a soy boy, drink some water, little jokester, and then you hate me so much, but then you can't even spell jokester. Okay, at least I fucking passed the second grade.
I just spelled it for you, you moron.
No, you didn't. You spelled it wrong. You said
joke. Okay. Jokster. Jokester. You idiot. And you don't
Yo,
put the E on
Emma,
end
thank you
of
for the
the
$3
S.
on PayPal.
You don't put the E on the end of
Bro,
joke because there's an
you're gonna
S.
continue. You're gonna get banned. I've gotten like 3 flags for you. I don't want you to get banned. I want this conversation to continue.
Okay, I don't know even know what I'm saying. Oh,
Like
looks like I'm starting
insults.
Mexicans, so
Insults
they're
get you
gonna-
banned.
they're
Hey,
gonna get
Mariah,
really
thank you so much
pissed
for the $10 on Venmo, saying for the Jockster fun. Thank you for the $10, Mariah. W's for Mariah in the chat. Can you say thank you, Mariah, like a good boy?
So it's weird how every time I
Or like
say
Traceless
something
with a
factual,
$10 donation over on YouTube.
they give me a
Super chat saying, here's
violation
another
rate
10
for
saying
every
just to
time I
deal
say
with this guy.
something
More
factual.
love for you, Dean. Thank you, Traceless. Say thank you, Traceless and Mariah, like a little good boy.
I'm not a little good boy. I'm a man.
Are you a
I'm
little
an
bad
adult.
boy?
I'm an adult.
Okay.
Grown man adult.
Can I ask you a question?
And I'm probably way bigger than you.
Way bigger than you? Definitely not in the context of the size of our prefrontal cortex, sir.
Oh, looks
Or
like you're
something
wrong
else.
again.
Or something
Looks
else.
like
But
you're
that's
wrong
besides
again.
the point. Now,
I'm bigger than you in both.
okay, we're gonna go back to my question. So your name is Jesus Saves, right?
No, my name is Charles.
No, like your username is. No, he got banned. No, guys, Jesus Christ, no, he's banned, man. God damn it. Yo, Eddie, I appreciate you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube. Shout out to Eddie. Thank you so much for the love. We're going to go to get that next guest right up in that box. I apologize, you guys. That is just ridiculous, quite frankly. I was really enjoying
Gonna get the next guest right up in that box. I apologize, you guys.
Hello?
That is just ridiculous,
Wait,
quite frankly.
yeah.
I was really.
Yo, sorry, you're the echo of a century. Would have kept you up, or would have kept you up here. Yo, Stevani, thank you for the $5 donation over on Venmo saying Jockster. Appreciate you for that love, Stevani. What's up, Mason? Did you vote for Trump?
Can I ask you a question from like an English standpoint?
Nope, because we're just looking for debates with Trump supporters. Yippee! We got Gary the Snail loading in, guys. Holy crap, you guys are going crazy right now over on YouTube.
Hello.
One moment. Kristen, thank you for the $10 super chat over on YouTube saying, quite frankly, Dr. Pepper's the best. That's right. As well as Leah for the £5 super chat. And Pop with the $5 super chat as well. Thank you so much, Pop, Leo, and Kristen. What is going on? How old are you?
I am 23.
23. Did you vote for Trump?
I did not, but I actually have a question for you.
I'm so sorry. We need to go over the ground rules of the stream once again. Here they are. If you're in the queue, make sure you voted for Trump. If you're in the queue and you didn't vote for Trump and you come up on the live, I'll kick you pretty quick. So don't even waste your time, quite frankly. Hello, P. Did you vote for Trump? Well, P did what P should have done, and that was he left once he learned the ground rules, and now he's out of here. So we're going to move on to the next guest. We got Germany loading up into the box. If you're watching live on TikTok and you want to support me, the link to the Venmo and the PayPal can be found in the link tree in the bio. You'll get a shout out with your name, the amount, as well as any attached message, and it supports the stream. What's up, Germany? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
And why'd you do that?
Make America great again.
Oh, okay. We're going to hit you with this one. When was America great to begin with? PSA, don't just say his first term because he also ran on MAGA in 2015.
Wait, say that again?
When was America great to begin with?
Do. I mean, I guess we've always been great, right?
So we were great.
Greater.
We were great when slavery was legal?
I guess not.
So we haven't always been great. Were we great when wives couldn't report rape in the context of marriage?
Well, yeah, in that sense, probably not.
So we haven't always been great. Were we great when gay people could not legally get married?
No.
So we haven't really been that great, man. That's cool. So why'd you vote for Trump? Because obviously it wasn't to make America great again.
Lower taxes?
Lower taxes for whom?
Everybody?
Well, we have a study from the Institute of Economics and Taxation that would account for the impact of Trump's blanket tariffs and would state that your taxes will be effectively raised unless you make over $395,000 per year. So, wrong, the rich.
So do you know what the New World Order is?
I know that has nothing to do with your claim that you voted for Trump because of tax policy and my rebuttal to said claim.
Well, that's what he said when he said he's going to obliterate the deep state, and that's exactly what he's doing.
He's going to obliterate the deep state. So we'll respond to that. Before we do, give me a moment. JM, thank you for the $10 super chat over on YouTube. It means the world, JM. Huge shout out to JM. Thank you so much, as well as Mason with the $7 donation over on PayPal, and Emma with a $5 donation over on PayPal, and Cody with a $5 donation over on PayPal, alongside Stevani with the $5 on Venmo. Back to our conversation. What is the deep state?
It's pretty much global government. It's, the Rothschilds, ultra rich.
Wait, so the deep state's the ultra rich. Can you name one American presidential cabinet that has had a higher collective or average net worth than Trump's?
No.
What does that tell us? Germany?
So just because you're rich does not mean you're evil, bro.
Well, that's literally what you just told me. But as soon as you learn that it applies to Trump and literally every single person he surrounds himself with, I mean, shit, the richest man alive now has a room in the White House. You just say, well, it doesn't mean you're evil. I have a question. Are you a Christian?
No.
Okay, good boy. Go ahead.
What's your religion?
I believe in Pistianity. Okay. Praise Pizzas. Shout out pod and shit, but completely irrelevant. Besides the point. Also incredibly disrespectful of me to even posit that. My apologies. Now, just relating, why am I moving with that? I'm sorry for everybody watching on YouTube. I'm no clue why I'm doing that. Now, relating back to what I was saying, you had said that he wants to obliterate the deep state and the ultra wealthy. I have a question. Where does the wealthiest man alive live right now?
Texas.
Nope. Wrong. DC.
Where?
In a room in the White House.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Go on Google.
He lives there, bro.
Thank you for the blue
Come
mean.
on.
Type in Trump gives Elon White House room. Literally look it up. Look it up. Yes. Look it up.
I did not
right
know
now.
that, bro.
That's right. So how do you feel about that if you want to obliterate the deep state made up by the ultra wealthy, but then the most wealthy person alive is in the White House? Isn't that like kind of counterintuitive to your point?
No.
Okay, so
our government's been taken over for the last 50 years or
if
so.
If you don't think that's counterintuitive to your point, I'm just going to either move on
Like
or
I
ask
said,
you to
though,
make a new point because that's ridiculous.
Dude, like I said, just because you have money does not mean you're evil.
So then
Some
what's the deep
people
state?
that are evil have tons of money.
But you just told me
And
this
they
deep state, this new world order is just like ultra wealthy.
Okay.
So who is it?
It's a bunch of different people.
Okay, and what is Trump going to do to dismantle it?
He's going after USAID.
He's going after 0.02% of our annual government
Pretty much our
expenditure?
government pays for the deep state, bro.
Okay, so so USAID pays for the deep state. How does USAID pay for the deep state?
It's not just USAID.
Okay, what else is it?
It's us. We
us?
pay for it.
How?
Yep.
Through what
They
money?
use our tax money against us.
Okay, what tax money is spent on the quote-unquote deep state? Be specific, sir.
I don't know, because I don't know where the money goes, but we are sure going to find out, aren't we?
Jesus Christ, so you're like, oh yes, the tax money pays for the deep state and Donald Trump's going to stop that. We don't know what tax money pays for the deep state and we don't know when Trump's going to stop it, but we know it's going to happen. So
The gig's up, brother.
Yeah, so this is just like conspiracy theory. This is like
Yeah,
saying,
sure.
oh, when
Whatever you wanna say.
when Trump releases those JFK files, we're going to figure out that it's actually the CIA. Well, it's going to happen. We know it. Oh, and when we release those still classified 9/11 files, we'll figure out that Bush did it. It's going to happen. Trust me, bro. Trust me. See, that's your logic, man. Also, Traceless, thank you for another $10 super chat over on YouTube. Thank you for the love. It means the world. Thank you so much.
And your logic is that... How come you guys all are worried about prices now? Nobody was worried about prices when Biden was in.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Eggs are so expensive. It's like, dude, they've been expensive. Where you been?
I've been so worried about prices, man. Who are you? Why are you telling me that I've been worried about prices? Gas has been so expensive.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Do you think that Biden and Harris caused inflation? Because I'll tell you what the difference is. Donald Trump
I
promised
don't
on
think-
Truth Social that he would bring down inflation on day one, and we are now weeks into his presidency, and eggs cost the most they ever have in the entirety of American history. That
Was
is
that
the
from the
difference.
bird flu?
Yes.
Okay. And who killed all the birds from the bird flu?
This is completely irrelevant to my position that Donald Trump said he was going to end inflation on day one. He made a promise that he has not kept.
Dude, he's been working on ending inflation.
Did he end
the
it on
first
day
day
one?
he stepped in office?
Did he end it on day? Wait. You're saying that he's already been working on it? Name one policy that he's already influenced to get passed, or one EO he signed into law that has worked on reducing inflation. Because I can name 5 that worked on increasing inflation, such as the 25% tariffs on all Canadian imports with an exemption for 10% on oil, the 25% tariffs on Mexican imports, and then 25% tariffs on Colombian imports, as well as the proposed tariffs on all goods imported from the EU. Those will all cause inflation for the American consumer, as it would artificially increase the price of imported goods. So those are inflationary policies. Could you please name one of the things that he's already tried to do that has been disinflationary?
Right. So listen. So tariffs, right? So
no. I want you to name an EO that he's already signed into law that has been used to counteract inflation. Also, I see all of this super chats. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to read them off in a moment.
I'm getting to it. So let's say a country has 25% on us. If we impose a 25% on them, it's going to reduce it down to 0, which is going to, because the country's not going to want to absorb that 25% that we're going to have on them. So it's reciprocal, is what he's saying. And so if the other country says, well, we don't want to do the 25, let's just lower it down to 0. So both countries are going to have a 0% tariff, which is going to lower the prices for everybody, bro. This is what you guys are not getting.
Okay, so what tariffs did Canada have on us? See, when you actually try to apply your theory to real life, it generally fails. That's why I say
where does the 200 billion come from?
Shit that doesn't exist. So, can you name a tariff that they have on us? And you're gonna answer my question. Sorry, if you don't answer my question, I'm gonna kick you. Like, I'm so sorry. It's just like the fact that we continue to do this little game, you and me, where I ask you questions and then you don't answer the questions. I'm over it. So name the tariffs that Canada has on us, that when Donald Trump imposed tariffs back onto them, right, Canada dropped the tariffs on us. If you don't do it, we're going to go and kick you and move on. I'm not here for little games, and right now you are playing a very little game with me.
Sure. So tariffs, they have, I'm pretty sure they have, I'm not sure the percentage, but I know it's upwards to $200 billion a year. So I don't know like a percentage that they have, but I think it's wood and something else.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
What was the tariff that? Wait, why would they be importing American lumber? Because they'd have no need to import American lumber. Because if anything, American lumber is priced out of the Canadian market because Canadian lumber is significantly less expensive. I actually don't even believe that. Give me a source that they have a tariff on American lumber. I don't believe that at all.
Maybe that's just in the deficit, like the trade deficit. That's probably what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because we get a lot of Canadian lumber because they have more productive capacities for lumber, as well as they have more infrastructure to get it, not only just natural resources, but because it's been one of the backbones of the country for like essentially all of their history is their lumber production and exportation. I don't think that they'd have a tariff on American lumber. If anything, it's something that they used to have just to protect their own industries, right? Which I agree with because, you know, if we want to evaluate their productive capacities through comparative advantage, they should be focusing on lumber production. But yeah, I'm gonna go to move on. I don't really like the conversation I'm having with you. Sorry, man. I have a lot of people to thank here. Holy shit, you guys have been going so crazy over on the YouTube super chats. Holy crap, I really need to catch up. Thank you guys so much for the love. First of all, I'd like to thank Astrid with the 10 Australian dollars saying praise Pisas. Thank you for the 10 Australian dollars, Astrid. Shout out Astrid. And then Sam with the 50 pounds on YouTube super chat. Thank you so much for the love, Sam. Everybody, please show some love to Sam down below in that comment section literally right now. Sam says, thank you so much for trying to save the modern world. I'm not an American, but I get quite tangled in all the news sources reporting so much about both Trump and Musk. The world is so tough right now, and I think that we could all use some peace and love, Sam. That is so incredibly kind of you, and thank you for the love. And then Beauty with the $10 super chat saying that there's nothing more frightful than ignorance in action. Johann Wolfgang, thanks for trying to educate others. I really appreciate you for the love, and I will never stop. As well as XPLR with a $5 super chat, Garrett with the $7 super chat, and then Traceless with another $10 over super chat. Thank you so much. And then, of course, let's see here. Fletcha with a $5 super chat, XLPR with another $5. Thank you, guys. What is going on, Protect? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, and why did you vote for the worst presidential candidate of your lifetime, unironically?
Yeah. Due to the meta-ethical definition of moral relativism.
Okay, you voted for him because of your meta-ethical position? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Wait.
Okay,
What do you
you're
think? What do you
trolling.
think
You're
morals are
trolling.
tied to? What do you think morals are tied to?
Are you asking me for my
It's
meta-ethical
tied,
position?
yeah. It's tied to your like intuition to how you view society, correct?
I'm also a relativist. Yeah. Okay. Tell me why you voted for Trump.
Yeah. So would you agree that moral relativism is tied into the progression of moral values and how the society views the structures inside of it?
No, I don't. I don't hold to a mode of moral relativism in which would be relevant towards the majority view of the society. When I say moral relativism, I just mean that I believe that moral truths are derived given my intuitions, not anything to do with society. I don't know why we're talking about meta-ethics. I think people forget that I'm like a philosophy major with an emphasis on ethics, and I studied it for years. So I maybe you just expected to come up here and say big words, but now, why did you vote for Trump?
I didn't forget. We're from the same like Discord server where you ranked C tier in, but it's okay though. You're not gonna ego me, but no, I didn't vote for Trump. I just wanted to see if he still had it in you.
Well, I do. So embarrassing for you. Sleepy, thank you so much for the $2 over on YouTube, saying you're an inspiration. I look up to you. Thank you for the love. Yeah, weird cringe Phil bros. What's up, Operation? Did you vote for Trump?
What's up, button? Yeah, I did all 3 times.
All 3
just
times. I have a question.
Yeah,
If he
just
ran
to
a
give you
fourth, if he ran a 4th time, would you vote for him again?
I can't run a 4th time. Nice try though.
But if
Listen,
he
so
did-
hear me out.
But if
real
he
quick.
did, but if he did, if Congress figured out something to allow him to run for a 4th term, would you vote for him?
He's the GOAT. So you answer that question for me. So, Dean, I'm gonna tell you what kind of you make a lot of things up, right? And I'm gonna prove you wrong. Just don't get angry at me, okay? Because I know it seems like your defense mechanism is to laugh and kick people off the panel when they prove you wrong. So I would appreciate if you just had me stick on for a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to kind of dog walk you for a little bit. So you said Donald Trump said that he's gonna bring down inflation on day 1. Can you please provide the source on that one?
Of course. It was a Truth Social post on October 24th in 2024. Sorry.
Can you read it?
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure I actually
Thank
have
you.
it loaded up on my computer.
I appreciate that.
It's actually on my phone, so I don't think I can read it.
Sure. So you can't read it?
Not unless I could find it on my computer.
Could it be possible that he said he's gonna start to bring down inflation?
Oh, wait. I actually posted it on my Twitter account, so I'll be able to find it really easily.
Sure.
In the meantime, Mary, thank you so much for the $50 donation over on Venmo. That's so incredibly kind. Thank you so much, Mary. I want to see at least 500 big W's for Mary down below in that chat. Thank you so much, Mary. That is so kind of you. So very, very, very kind. Shout out, Mary. Big W's for Mary down below in that chat. Mary says, thank you for the new home. Thank you for the new home at YouTube in case Trump breaks another promise and we lose TikTok. Cheers. Thank you for the love, Mary. Okay, I did delete it off of my Twitter account because it wasn't performing. Okay. Trump reduce inflation day 1. We could bring it up, quite frankly. Quite frankly, we'll find it on Twitter. Unless you have it. If you have it, feel free.
I do have it.
Oh, wait. I found it.
Damn.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go ahead and read this. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Eggs and gas prices out of control. Crooked Joe and the radical left destroyed affordability for hardworking Americans. It's a total scam. On day 1, I'll slash prices so fast it'll make their heads spin. Big oil, big farms, they'll listen to me, not the lobbyists. No more ripoffs. Make America great again. So in other words, he literally said that on the very first day of his administration, he's going to fucking slash prices, and it will be so fucking fast, it'll make our heads spin.
Okay, now, let me ask you a couple questions with regards to that, right?
Oh, dear.
Number 1, you're not referring to inflation there. You're talking about prices, right? And so he didn't say anything about inflation itself. He's going to start bringing down, or that he's going to bring down on day 1, correct?
Inflation is defined as...
No, I get what you're saying, but he didn't say inflation.
Hey, Operation.
Okay, here we go.
Inflation is defined as the increase in the rate of change of a price.
Right, I get it. Okay, so let me ask you this now. Which article are you reading from? Because I'm about to prove you wrong really bad.
I'm not reading from an article. I'm reading from Donald Trump's Truth Social feed.
Okay, so let me ask you this now. I have a CNN article here, right? And it reads that he's going to start bringing down... No, he's not. He didn't say he's going to bring down prices on day 1.
Yeah,
he's going to start... Listen, hold on. Give me 1 second.
And I quote, on day 1, I'll slash prices.
Okay, so Here, let me show you something. I'm gonna pull up a source for you, okay? That's a CNN source.
What
and
happened?
that's actually
What happened to the whole like dunking on Dean thing?
Okay, I get it. That's fine. Listen. I know what you're gonna try to do. Calm down, okay? Let's just work at the end, and then let's see who's gonna dunk on who, okay? You can't stop in the middle and say what happened to working on dunking on Dean, okay? Fair enough. Great.
Fair
okay.
enough.
Good. Now, in the article that I had pulled up, which I'm actually gonna pull it up again because I lost it. Give me 1 second if you don't mind. I don't know why you guys laugh. That's like a defense mechanism for you people.
Defense against what? A fucking
No, it's a defense mechanism. You guys start laughing when you guys start becoming wrong.
But like defense against what?
Defense against
like
being wrong.
Like an American with like a 75 IQ that studied politics last time in 2016 and has just been following and supporting Trump ever since. You think I need a defense against that? Come on.
Defense mechanism? I do. I personally do, yeah.
No, just please.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
While I'm waiting, I'd actually really like to thank Emily. Holy crap, Emily. Thank you so much for the $50 donation over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love, Emily. Emily says thank you for everything that you do. Emily, that's literally so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much for the love. Everybody, please show some love to Emily down below in the chat. That is so kind. Thank you so much. Shout out Emily. W's in the chat all around. Operation, what do you think, Emily, while you're looking for your source?
Yeah, thank you, Emily. You're the best.
Good boy.
Okay. So I'm trying to find the sentence. Okay. So in the CNN, if you want to pull the CNN article, I would really appreciate it for your 8,000 viewers. So this is the article's name. Okay. Trump pledged to bring down food prices on day one. Instead, eggs are getting more expensive. That's the title of the article, CNN article, right? Okay. So you would think based on that CNN article, hey, yeah, you got me, right? You got a gotcha. No, not really. Okay. So here, let me see. Where does it say that? When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting, hear me out real quick, starting on day one. Okay. And by the way, this was a message he delivered at a press conference, okay, in August of 2024. Now, later in that article, where a lot of people have failed to mention, is that it says that he also said, prices are going to come down, but it's going to take a little bit of time. What do you think?
I think that he contradicted himself because I know that the interview that you're referencing, in one interview, he says it'll be very hard to bring prices down and it'll take some time. But then once again on Truth Social on October 26th, 2024, he says on day one, I'll slash prices. It'll be so fast, it'll make them their head spin. And I mean, if anything, like this is why I think that Donald Trump is like the most infamous con man alive, because you gave me a source quoting Trump saying that it will take time to bring down prices. And I'm giving you a source quoting Trump saying prices will come down so fast it'll make their heads spin. So can we see how this is Donald Trump literally contradicting himself, speaking on the same subject, the same thing, how much time it'll take to slash prices? In one sense, he says it'll be so fast. In the other sense, he says it'll take time. And this is a direct contradiction, sir.
Okay, so can we see how you guys are nitpicking at every single sentence that comes out of this guy's mouth?
Bro, you're the one that brought it up. Unironically, I brought you up. Wait. No, unironically, I brought you up onto the live. I asked you why you voted for Trump, and then you were like, Dean, I'm gonna dog walk you. I want to talk about that thing you said about Donald Trump saying he'll slash prices on day one, and then you're the one that brought up an article saying that where he said it'd take some time, and I'm just pointing out the fact on the subject that you wanted to bring up that this is a precise example of him contradicting himself. And no, I don't think it's nitpicking Donald Trump to point out the fact that he promised the average American financial alleviance on day fucking one by dropping prices to make their quality of life better, and then absolutely blasting through that promise, disrespecting it, contradicting himself, saying that it'll take time. Then once he's inaugurated, only passing policy that has inflationary effects. No, that's not nitpicking. That's just caring about the impact of the Trump presidency on American lives. And what I've realized from you and a lot of other people on the right is that you don't really care about the real world impacts or implications of Donald Trump's presidency on the American people, but rather you just support him and his administration like a goddamn fucking sports team. You think with emotion compared to reason, fact, and logic. Like imagine that you meet a fan of the Broncos and a fan of the 49ers, and you ask the fan of the Broncos, well, who's going to win this big game they have next week? Okay, they'll probably respond to be like, oh, the Broncos. Okay, Emily, thank you so much for the glowing jellyfish. But are they going to say, oh, the Broncos, because they did a comparative analysis insofar as the likelihood that both the Broncos and the 49ers would have won the game? Or are they most likely just speaking from their emotion because they're a fan of the Broncos and they want them to win? Okay, well, speaking from their emotions. They want them to win because they're a fan. And I think about you and the rest of the MAGA cult in the same way. You don't really care about the real world outcomes of the Trump's presidency onto America. You're just kind of a fan. You want to feel like you're in this in-group with a bunch of friends and everybody else sucks and they're so lame and stupid. And regardless of what Trump actually does, you're still going to support him. In fact, you literally told me at the beginning of this conversation that you'd vote for him for a 4th term if it was legal. Like, unreal.
Okay. Would you not vote for him if he was running again?
What do you think? Come on.
Okay, so the same exact concept, right? What do you think? I'm going to vote for him, right? 77 million people voted for him, right? So you can't be telling 77 million people that we're all crazy for voting for him. Number one. Number two.
But I can tell you that you didn't make sufficient rational evaluations. I mean, wouldn't you say the same thing about everybody that voted for Biden in 2020?
What, that they didn't make a rational? Oh, so you admit that?
No, I'm saying I'm admitting that you'd think that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Murs, thank you for the $5 super chat. So
here,
how are
Dean,
you looking at me like I'm
you...
crazy when I say, well, I think every single person that voted for Trump in this election didn't make a good decision, but then you say even worse about everybody that voted for Biden in 2020 when more people voted for Biden in 2020.
Fair enough. And everything we're talking about right now, especially this recent subject, is opinion-based, right? So we'll skip that. Forget about the opinion-based subjects, right? My question is, during the 3 years that prices were increased, like were really high under Biden, weren't you the one that said that Biden, the president, has no control over prices of food and groceries and gas? Weren't you the one that said that?
I'm going to correct you on what I've been saying and what I will say and what I'll continue to say.
Sure.
Is that under the last 4 years of the presidency of Biden, the inflation in the country was caused by the pandemic and not Biden. And that's just an objective fucking fact, sir. We had inflation here home in America as well as every other country on the face of the planet. And it is a case that this was onset by supply chain issues as well as reductions in consumer confidence that necessitated a need for stimulus through the use of government expenditure in the context of trillions of dollars in every major country, which ultimately caused inflation at home here in America as well as every other country in the G7. So when I say that, it's because I'm reiterating and repeating reality. Yeah.
So, but aside from all that rhetoric, you never said that the president is not responsible for grocery prices and gas.
Yeah.
Forget about everything else.
So Biden wasn't responsible for like the price.
Oh, but now Trump is responsible since he's only been in here for 3 weeks. Though,
no,
right?
I don't think that I don't think that Trump caused an increase in the price of eggs. That was caused by like the bird flu. Then they had to kill off a bunch of chickens. And when we're talking about his promise to slash prices on day one, right, and comparing that to high egg prices today, we're not drawing up culpability or responsibility on behalf of Trump for the high egg prices. We're just simply like mirroring the fact that he made a false promise to the American people.
Okay, so we could agree that it's not because of Donald Trump that prices are up right now.
No,
that's good. I'm happy.
No,
I'm happy
not
with
for
that.
eggs specifically. Not for eggs specifically.
Great. I'm happy to hear that.
But he still made you a false promise because he told you that he'd bring them down and he didn't.
No, he said he's gonna. Again, he said he's gonna. Can you do me a favor? I know you read that Truth Social. Can you repeat that Truth Social tweet one more time?
On day one, I'll slash prices so fast it'll make their head spins.
On day one, I'll slash prices so fast that they'll make their head spin.
Hmm?
What day was that?
That is October 26th, 2024 at 12:28 a.m.
And that's the whole tweet. The whole truth.
The whole truth is eggs and gas prices out of control. Crooked Joe and the radical left destroyed affordability for hardworking Americans. It's a total scam. On day one, I'll slash prices so fast it'll make their head spin. Big oil, big farms will listen to me, not lobbyists. No more ripoffs. MAGA. See, like even you can't create a defense for Trump. You understand that this was a bold-faced lie.
Well, so here, I guess this is where I'm coming from. Did he word it wrong? Yes. Do we, as normal people, understand it differently? Like it's common sense. Here's the thing. Here, can I talk real quick? Hold on. It's common sense that nobody in the world, okay, that fast, right? So hear me out. Oh Lord, here it goes again. Let me know when you're done.
You're literally.
I think it's all about perception.
You're
it's all
literally
about perception.
saying that what he said was so fucking crazy and delusional to any true American that's MAGA, you'd understand that you shouldn't believe it.
No, what I'm trying to say is his wording. Okay, but his wording should have been a little bit more clear. I'm not disagreeing with that, right? But I think in all reality, us Trump supporters, MAGA, we understand what it takes to bring down gas prices and what's it called, grocery prices, and it doesn't happen overnight.
Wait, you guys don't understand you guys don't understand anything about what it takes to increase or reduce grocery and gas prices. Not at all.
So let me hear that. Hear me out real quick.
No,
What I'm
no,
trying
no.
to tell
Hear
what
me out
I'm
real quick. In this
okay.
post on Truth Social, Donald Trump said, and I quote, "Crooked Joe and the radical left destroyed affordability for hardworking Americans." Sir, how did Crooked Joe and the radical left destroy affordability for hardworking Americans? Your lack of an answer to this question is going to demonstrate that you don't understand inflation, what causes it, or how to reduce it in the fucking slightest.
And I'll be happy to address that. So give me a second. When Joe Biden took office, what were gas prices? What were grocery prices? Were they low? Were they high? Were they medium? Where were they at?
I'm unaware of the specific figures, but we could assume like for the first month, for the first year and a half, we saw like sharp increases in like all prices because that was like the peak of the pandemic alongside gas, like went up and up and up and up and then kind of went down, then up again. Then
Wait, when was the peak of when was the peak of pandemic?
The peak of pandemic insofar as the inflation, which was onset like mid-2021, I believe, April 2021 maybe.
Okay, and how long does it last?
How long did it last? I don't know.
Okay, so do you think it will last all the way to 2024? So you're saying all 4 years under Biden, the increase in prices were because of the COVID or about the C9, whatever, however you say it on TikTok.
No, so you're already confused. This is why I say that you don't understand inflation. So no, like the high levels of inflation, like peak 9% during like mid-2021 didn't last until 2024. What you are thinking in your mind, which is wrong, is that because prices never went down, therefore inflation persisted. No, okay? Because inflation is merely the rate of change in the pricing of a good, not the price in of itself, okay? If we want to reduce prices of goods, right, that typically means that we either have to, kind of fuck with the supply or demand, figure out the supply chain issues, or we have to literally cause a recession. And of course, that's something that Biden and Harris never did. But what I will say is that they gave a better response to the inflation onset by the pandemic out of any other country in the G7. We had a quicker, sharper, and proportionately faster response because of the gallantly strong leadership of Biden and Harris. There's absolutely no counter-argument that you could give me insofar as to demonstrate how Biden and Harris caused inflation. I would love for you to name one policy that they signed into law that you believe caused mass inflation in America. I'd love for you to try to do it.
Okay, well, I could tell you based on common sense, right?
No, I don't want common sense, I want facts.
So me and you agree that okay, can we agree that the entire 4 years under Biden, prices were high? Yes or no? Just yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Prices have always gone higher. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, can we also agree that it was not all 4 years were not due to the C19, correct?
I believe that like the reason prices were higher over all 4 years was because of C19.
You just said they weren't.
Because like we had like normal rates of inflation apart from C19. Like right now, I think we're at like what, a 2 or 3.5. Like that's sustainable for long-term growth in an economy that I wouldn't like personally say is copable for like high prices. I think it was like the original like 9 to 10 to 11% rates of inflation that bump prices high enough sufficiently to keep them high. And of course, we won't really see strong reductions in those. You're just really not understanding what I'm saying. One thing, my question to you is, could you please name one policy that the Biden-Harris administration influenced get passed that caused inflation in America?
So here's what you're doing. You're pivoting and you keep saying, I don't understand. When you're proven wrong.
Wait, I'm not pivoting.
When you're proven wrong, you say, I don't understand.
I have a question. What did you prove me wrong about?
Because you contradicted yourself. You said
what was the contradiction that I gave you?
And I'll tell you right now. Hold on one second. You said that the entire 4 years, okay, that you said that C19. I'm allowed to say C19, right? I forgot the TikTok terms. Okay. You said the 4 years. Okay, we agreed that the entire 4 years prices were on the up and up, right?
Yeah.
So we agree with that. That's great.
Yeah.
Now you also said that during the 4 years originally, you said that it was due to the C19 that the prices were going up. You said that in your about 2 minutes ago. You said it was because of C19 that prices were up. Now you're saying no. I'm like, so you're telling, because I asked you, I'm like, I reiterated my question. I'm like, so all 4 years it was the prices were going up.
You think this is a contradiction between you think that prices are the same as inflation?
Oh, we're not. I never said inflation. I never brought up the word inflation. Forget about inflation. Throw that out the window. I'm talking about price increases.
If we're gonna be talking about price increases, it's necessary for us to also talk about inflation. Could I explain this in like 2 sentences for you to easily understand?
So is the only reason that prices go up is due to inflation? Is that the only reason that prices will go up? Yes or no?
Yes. Inflation.
That's the only reason.
Inflation is defined as prices going up.
But I'm asking you, is that the only reason? I know what the inflation definition is. Is that the only reason?
It's not that it's due to inflation. It's that it is inflation.
Lord have mercy. I know. I get it. Is that the only reason that prices of gas and groceries will go up?
Wait.
Is because of inflation. Here, hold on. I'll give you an example. I think I'll give you a better.
You're really confused. Give me. Okay. So we don't say the reason that prices have gone up is inflation. We say the reason inflation has occurred is X, Y, and Z.
Okay, here. Maybe if I give you some examples, you'll better understand.
I have a question. Like,
Wait.
are you somebody that like thinks that like you could define the term woman as an adult human female?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Are you somebody that defines the term woman as an adult human female?
I have the common sense definition of a woman, and that's somebody that was.
Yeah. So I disagree with you, of course, but we're just going to use this as an example, just so like we could understand like this conceptually under your worldview. So you're saying like so this is like saying, well, the reason they're a woman is because they're a female. It doesn't make any sense because under your worldview, those two like words are synonymously and identical with one another. So when you say, well, the reason the prices went up was because of inflation, that doesn't really make any sense because those two terms under my worldview are synonymous with one another. Like we don't like attribute a reason. Like I don't even know how to explain this. Like you have a reason for the inflation. The inflation isn't a reason in itself.
I'll clear it up just by saying this right now. You ready? Okay, so key factors that can contribute to rising prices. Okay. 1, inflation. You're right. Inflation can contribute to rising prices. Supply chain disruption, fuel costs, weather and natural disasters, increased demand, labor costs, geopolitical conflicts. Now, do you understand where I'm coming from there, buddy?
No, because geopolitical conflicts, fuel costs, increasing labor, wages, etc., all cause inflation. Anytime a price goes up, we call it inflation.
Okay. So with that mindset, right? So if
wait. I want you to define the term inflation.
Dude, stop.
No. Why do you guys always go to definitions? This is necessary because you just don't even know what you're talking about. Define inflation.
Well, why do you guys keep going to definitions, though?
Because you don't understand the definition of this term and you're misusing it and it's making you look stupid. So I'm going to make you a smarter person in sub 5 seconds to define the term inflation.
Okay. Well, it's the general level of prices for goods and services rises, reducing the purchasing power of money over time. In other words, an inflation increases each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services. There you go. Okay.
Thank you. So you just defined inflation as rising prices.
Okay.
Bingo.
So I don't think you're getting this.
I don't think you're getting this. You just said, is the only reason for rising prices inflation or rising prices? Do you understand it now? You're like, is the only reason for rising prices? Do you get that?
No, you're not. Hear me out. Hold on.
No. Did you, yes or no? Did you say, is the only reason for rising prices inflation? Yes or no?
Can you stop muting me?
No. Did you say the only reason for rising prices is inflation? Yes or no? Did you ask me that question?
I will defend myself with it too.
Did you ask me that question?
I did, but I'm going to defend why.
Okay, wait. Just let me
talk. I have
a
reason.
No. Just guide me.
You know where I'm going with this.
Walk with me real quick. Walk with me real quick. So you did ask me if I think the only reason for raising prices is inflation. So could we also agree that you just defined inflation as raising prices?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay, so would you agree that the question, do you think the only reason for raising prices is fucking gibberish?
No. So, and I'll tell you.
Wait. How can you say that? No. Is it? No. Is that question gibberish? Yes or no? Is the question? Do you think the only reason for raising prices is raising prices? Is that question gibberish? You don't think that question's fucking gibberish? What?
Can I defend myself?
Wait. Okay, no. I want you to defend one very specific point. Please tell me how the question. Do you think the only reason for raising prices is not gibberish? Defend the proposition that is not a gibberish question.
You're smart. You know where I'm going with this. Yeah, you want to.
I have no fucking clue.
You know exactly where I'm going with this, brother.
I have no fucking clue because it's gibberish. Wait, how could I know where you're going with utter fucking nonsense?
If it's utter nonsense, then let me continue embarrassing myself.
Okay. Please take it away. Embarrass yourself. Explain to us how the question.
You have 8.2 thousand people.
Wait, no. Please take it away and embarrass yourself and explain to us how the question is the only thing that raises prices. Raising prices is not gibberish. Embarrass yourself.
Hold on 1 second, man. Dude,
no. Answer the question.
You guys always do this. You guys always get
I hold the pedal to the metal, and I want you to answer this dumb bullshit-ass question.
You guys expect to have questions that are answered in your with your narrative. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to tell you what I believe, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Answer the question, man.
I asked you. Let's go back to the original question.
No, we're not going to go back. We're not going to go back. Sorry, bro.
Of course. Why not?
Because you're pivoting, and I want you to explain.
I'm not. I'm going back to the original question.
Wait, I'm so sorry. If you're going back or away from the question I asked you to anything, that's what
I'm not going away from the question. Let me.
How could you? Yes, you literally just said that you were. You literally just said going back. But that's not pivoting.
That's on the same subject.
No. If you're going back to anything, you're pivoting. That's what a pivot is.
We're on the same subject.
No, if you're going back to anything, that's a pivot. I don't want you to just stay on the same subject, okay? Because you could say that arbitrarily whenever, okay? I could say, oh, well, instead of talking about why Trump is a bad president, I could talk about why Kamala Harris would have been a good president. We're still saying on the same subject there, right? And I could just simply say that's not a pivot. So I want you to answer the very specific question. How is the statement, is rising prices the only thing that raises prices, not gibberish?
Okay, stop muting me.
Answer the question. Sorry, man.
So, ask that question again. Sorry, go on.
Explaining me out the statement, is rising prices the only thing that raises prices, not gibberish?
So I said, is rising price is the reason why eggs prices and gas prices going up is.
Sorry, I only muted you because the chat is spamming. Let him talk.
Inflation the only reason? That's my original question.
And then we agreed that inflation is defined as raising prices, right?
One of the yes, but hear me. No,
so then, in other words, if we switch the term inflation with a definition of inflation that is raising prices, would you agree that you essentially asked me, is raising prices the only thing that raises prices?
Raising prices, but there is a point to that, right? With inflation, within the definition of inflation, why is it raising prices? Is it due to the supply chain? Dean, is it due to the? So it's not a general definition. It doesn't say the definition of inflation isn't raising prices and that's it. No, it's raising prices due to the supply chain reasons.
No.
Yes.
Wrong.
Dean, come on, man.
No, you're wrong.
Pull up the definition of inflation for me.
So inflation is literally defined as just an increase in prices, a relative change in a price.
Inflation. Let's do this. The inflation definition. Hold on. You might be right. Let me see.
But the reason why it's typically supply chain issues is because it's typically like supply and demand, and which would impact the pricing of anything. In fact, your supply and demand curve in macroeconomics 2010, first course you'll ever have, is how you determine price.
Wait, say that again?
Your supply and demand curve or supply chain issues, is like typically what will determine price. So like a money supply increase isn't necessarily supply change issues, yet it causes inflation.
So I'm so confused. You just admitted, and you just
wait. Do you think that printing more money through our government causes inflation?
Do I think printing more money from government? I'm not too well. I wouldn't be able to answer that. Honestly, I have to study that. But I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
If our government printed $5 trillion new dollars tomorrow, would the dollar be worth less, causing inflation?
Yes.
Is that a supply chain issue?
No, it's not.
Exactly, because it's a demand side issue. But yet we agree that it causes inflation. Thereby, we could agree that inflation is caused by things other than supply chain issues. It's just that typically they're caused by supply chain issues.
So can I read you the definition of inflation?
Sure, man. It's literally just the increase in the price of a good.
I know, but it all depends on. So where are you getting your information? I said read the definition, and you're not able to read it. So before I read mine, can you show me where it says that?
Where I learned that in my macroeconomics course 2010. It's just a simplistic way to define a term.
Okay, so my original question was, do prices of groceries, right? So what are the reasons in which prices of groceries can go up, right? And the price of gas can go up, right? And
so I want to be very clear. What are you asking me?
Okay, so I originally asked what were the how.
No, I don't. What are you asking me right now?
So my original question was the price. What are the reasons in which prices of groceries and prices of gas can go up?
Okay, you want to know the reasons why groceries and gas can go up in price?
Yes.
So groceries can go up in price for a lot of reasons. Some of the reasons can be supply chain issues. Another reason can be maybe like farms are paying their workers higher wages, meaning they have to sell their raw product for higher prices. Maybe that they're having issues, like getting a particular yield of chickens for a year. Maybe like the corporation selling the goods are taking higher profit margins, meaning they're like price gouging. What can increase the price of gas? Well, it's typically going to be observed within like reductions in the global oil supply, alongside like tariffs for the importation of said oil. There's a lot of things that can cause inflation. I do not understand how the question insofar as how inflation can be caused is relevant to any political discussion, but I'm just kind of letting you do your thing and I'm going along with it, I guess.
Sure. So we were talking about Trump and the gas prices and grocery prices, right? And how he's only been in office for 3 weeks. Do you remember that conversation we had?
Well, the specific question that I asked you that I don't think you've answered is you held to the claim that you think that Biden and Harris are culpable for some inflation in the country over the last 4 years. Name one policy in which they influenced get passed through Congress that caused inflation.
Okay, give me a second. I'll do that for you right now. Because I know I had one. Let me just pull it up. Give me 1 second. I'll be able to do that for you.
What the fuck is going on with this, guys? Does anybody understand what's going on? Because I'm full-heartedly confused. Like, I don't know where we're at in this conversation.
I mean, we've been stuck on inflation.
Yeah, thank you so much for the $5 on PayPal. I'm like so confused in this one. Like, I think that maybe I just get like super like confused sometimes because I just don't even know where we're at in the conversation. And then plus there's like people saying earlier that I got schooled. How did I lose to the guy that said is raising prices the only thing that raises prices?
Okay. I mean, here's the thing. You can, and that's what you seem to do. Like, you guys take something and then you twist it a little bit. But anyways, I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. All right. So here's a couple things in which Biden has done and the Harris campaign has done to cause inflation. Right. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me just see which one is the best one, so you don't have.
Are you ChatGPT in this shit, bro?
What's ChatGPT? What's Chat?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. No clue, man. Go ahead.
No, seriously, what is it?
I don't fucking know, man.
That's not the first time I've heard that. What is ChatGPT?
Just don't even worry about it, man. Go ahead and name the policy that they influenced to get past that caused inflation.
Okay. So supply chain and labor market policies, right? Extended unemployment benefits and other support measures while providing essential relief may have inadvertently discouraged workforce participation, leading to labor shortages. These shortages, combined with global supply chain disruptions, have been factors in rising production costs and consumer prices. See, what do you guys do? Why do you guys laugh when I prove you wrong, bro? I mean, I don't understand that self-defense. That's crazy. Just admit it. Be like, yeah, you know what? They're not perfect. Trump isn't perfect. Just say, okay, you're right.
So what was the name of the policy again?
Dean, what's a policy? Define a policy.
A piece of legislation influence get passed through Congress. We could also technically consider an EO as policy as well.
Are you sure?
Well, the way.
How about this? How about if I read the definition of a policy? A course or principle of action adopted or proposed by a government, party, business, or individual. What do you think about that?
And the way that we adopt and
proposed,
the way that we propose, adopt, and accept ideas that influence like mechanisms in our federal government is through congressional legislation or executive orders. So,
but we're not talking about the end. A policy, even if I'll give you an example. If Trump proposes that he's going to do something, he's going to get rid of waste, right? That's within itself a policy because he proposed it, right? Can we agree?
It's a proposed policy, you fucking donut.
Are you go read the definition of policy. Everybody in the chat, read the definition of policy.
I can't do it. I mean, what is going on?
I just told you.
What?
This is what you guys.
Jacob, thank you for the $10 super chat over.
Chris did the same thing, but Chris kicked me out because he got mad. A course or principle of action adopted or proposed by a government. What else do you want to know? I mean, am I wrong?
Okay, so when it hasn't been adopted and accepted, you call it proposed. You preface it by calling it a proposed.
That's within the definition of policy. What are you saying?
So the way in which I would use policy is like an implemented idea through legal recourse, either given congressional legislation or an executive order.
But that's how you, Dean, do it, right?
Yeah, so just to specify I'm just going to be honest, man. You're like weird. This is all a weird obfuscation because I just want to make it very clear. My original question was, name one policy that Biden and Harris implemented to get passed that caused inflation. And now we're debating what a policy is. So I'm just going to be more specific with a policy. Please name one bit of congressional legislation they influenced to get passed through Congress or one executive order they signed into law that caused inflation.
So now it's legislation. So now we're moving on from policy to legislation. Got it.
No, legislation is policy.
But that's not the only thing, right? Because it could be a proposal is a policy.
Wait, a proposed policy is proposed legislation.
Are you? No, it's not. Dean, stop. That's crazy that you're saying that. If Donald Trump proposes that he's going to bring down gas prices, that within itself is a policy by definition.
Oh no, that's not
by
a policy,
definition, my man. No. By definition.
No, so definitionally speaking, when we colloquially use the term policy referencing the American government, we're talking about legislation passed through Congress or executive orders. We're not referencing just general ideas.
Wait, I'm telling you, research the definition. How can you go back and forth with me on this one? Research the definition. Pull it up on your laptop.
So you're bringing up like a general definition of a policy based on.
Oh God, this is a general definition now, bro.
Yeah, exactly, because that's how it works. Like for instance, what do you mean? Oh my God, have you ever like taken like a hyper niche college course on philosophy or anything? So
no, I haven't.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
like for instance, like there's like words that have like general definitions. That have very specific definitions as they would apply to philosophical conversations. And the same thing is true here. Like as the term policy would apply, right, to like our government and the legal recourse of our government, such as legislation, right? Policy is law, okay? If you're proposing a policy, if you're proposing a bill, if you're proposing a piece of legislation, you're proposing a piece of law. And the reason this statement, bringing gas prices down, isn't a proposed policy is because that's not a proposed bill. That's not a proposed piece of legislation. It's not a proposed piece of law. If it's not law, or it couldn't be law, then it's not policy. And that's how we use the term in our government. And this is really annoying to me because the fact that you are so incompetent and you can't name a single policy law that Biden and Harris influenced to get passed that caused inflation, that you are now spending 20 minutes talking about how you define policy, it's embarrassing. I want to know a law that Biden and Harris influenced to get passed and signed into law through Congress or signed into law through an executive order that caused inflation. Do you have an answer to this question, or do you not have an answer to this question?
I do. So
what is it?
Before I get to that, I'm going to get...
No, not before you get to it. This has been the question I've been asking you for at least the last 20 minutes. All right,
policies
chat,
only be...
if you've heard me asking this guy this same question for the last 20 minutes, please affirm that in the chat. No, we're not going to pivot. We're not going to dodge. You are running away from me because you're a beta male. Okay, you are tucking your tail in between your legs. You're running away from me because you're a beta without a spine, without a backbone, and without a brain. You think that Biden and Harris caused inflation in America in the last 4 years because of your emotion, not because of fact, reason, or logic. And I will give you one last opportunity to demonstrate that Dean Withers is wrong and that they caused inflation, and this is demonstrably true with the use of fact, reason, and logic, by naming the piece of congressional legislation they influenced get passed and signed into law that caused inflation, or the executive order they signed into law themselves that caused inflation.
Got it.
Answer the question or you're gone.
I got it. Okay, so the American Rescue Plan Act. So let's talk about this, right? Enacted in March of 2021, so it was a $1.9 trillion stimulus package. And obviously what we know, it was done to accelerate economic recovery from the 19 pandemic. And it says, while it provided direct financial assistance to individuals and businesses, some economists argue that the scale of spending increased demand beyond the economy's capacity to supply goods and services, leading to higher prices. There you go. What do you think?
I have a question. You said it was a $1.9 trillion spending bill, right?
Yes.
Would you say if it was $2.4 trillion instead of $1.9 trillion, that would have caused more inflation?
I don't know. Dude, I'm saying that act, well, forget about the numbers. Dude, that act alone caused, what's it called? It caused inflation. That's it. I mean, what else do you want to know? You're going a little bit.
The American Rescue Plan did cause inflation. My question
to you I'm right. I just gave you one.
That is one. My question to you is, if it was $2.4 trillion instead of $1.9 trillion, would have caused more inflation?
I don't know.
Well, the answer is yes. So in other words, government expenditure causes inflation. You name a piece of government expenditure that was accepted in a bipartisan nature and influenced to get passed under the Biden-Harris administration to respond to COVID by the cost of $1.9 trillion. Did you know before Donald Trump left office, he influenced and passed a $2.4 trillion COVID expenditure bill and signed it into law? So if we want to accept your premise that COVID spending causes inflation, all of a sudden, Trump has caused more inflation than Biden. And according to the CRBF, the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, this would indicate that Biden spent $4.6 trillion over the course of his 4 years, 2.2 non-COVID related. Meanwhile, Trump spent $8.6 trillion over the course of his 4 years, $4.8 trillion non-COVID related. So it's actually the case that via your logic, that government expenditure through congressional legislation causes inflation, that Biden caused half as much of inflation as Trump did.
Okay, fair enough. So hear me out. So I'm happy that we agreed that I provided a what's it called, a law that went into place under Biden that caused inflation. I'm happy we could agree with that, right? Because you asked me for one, I gave you one, and you agreed. So I could also ask you this question, right? Now let's say
I just want to like
let's compare apples to apples.
I just want to further specify. So
Sure.
like I don't know, I thought it was implied. I was talking about like the 9% pandemic peaks rate of inflation. I wasn't.
What?
Yeah. I was talking about like the 9% pandemic peaks.
You're kidding. You're kidding. This has to be a joke.
Wait, you think I'm joking? Where was the 9% inflation caused by Trump's $2.4 trillion spending at the end of his admin?
Why are you pivoting to Trump? Let's talk about we were talking about Harris and Biden. Now you're going to Trump out of nowhere, bro.
Well, because the reason I'm going to Trump is because if you want to posit the claim that Biden and Harris are bad for inflation via government spending, this would mean that Donald Trump is worse than Biden and Harris because he spent more, making Biden and Harris comparatively better than Trump. This is like you positing the argument that you would never, like Biden's a bad president because he's killed somebody, but then you learn the person that he's running against, Trump, killed fucking 10,000 people. Who are you going to vote for at the end of the day?
Okay, so
No, answer my question. If you tell me that you're not going to vote for Biden because he killed somebody, but then you figure out that Trump killed 10,000, who are you going to vote for?
Hold on, say that again. You talk way too fast. Say that again.
If you're going to tell me that you're not going to vote for Biden because he killed somebody, but then I tell you that Donald Trump killed 10,000, who are you going to vote for at the end of the day? Who's comparatively the better candidate?
Well, it depends on killed what 10,000 killed 10,000 terrorists. You know what I mean? So who did he?
Just like both Biden and Trump killed 10,000 American citizens. Okay, we obviously think that a presidential candidate killing an American citizen is a very bad thing, right?
Right.
But if Trump killed 10,000 times more American citizens than Biden, who's relatively and comparatively the better candidate?
I'm 100% Biden. You're right. So what's your? I don't understand where you're getting with
Well,
this.
here's my point. It's because you're telling me that you believe that the Biden-Harris administration was weak and bad for America because of the inflation which they caused. You then specify this inflation was caused via government expenditure, right?
Okay.
Trump had more government expenditure, meaning that Trump was worse for America and more weak than either Biden or Harris, making Harris comparatively the better candidate in the 2024 election cycle.
Okay. So let me ask you this, and that's a fair point. Now let me ask you this. Now,
so you just told me that Kamala Harris was a better candidate than Trump in the election cycle was a fair point?
No, I'm saying what you said in regards to, and okay, I will. So, and I'll give you a very good analogy. Example.
Also, by the way, like we do know that you're using like some form of ChatGPT or Google.
I have no idea what actually now I do. And ChatGPT
I just want to put it out. Like I think it's cute.
I don't. Listen to me. I'm telling you this. I wouldn't lie you about this shit.
Bro. Okay, we know that you're using some AI tool. But we think it's cute. We think it's funny. We think it's endearing.
I Google it. That's it. I'll be honest. I Google it.
And they use the AI summary.
Oh, you guys, if that's AI summary, then yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is fine. It's fine. I actually really like the video idea of Dean Debates AI. I'll probably post it on my YouTube.
Okay, so hear me out now. So this is my question to you, based on your train of thought, right? If let's say hypothetically, Trump passed a $1.9 trillion stimulus package in 2017.
I have a question. How long have you been debating politics?
I mean, I don't know, a year.
Because these are all talking points from a year ago. This has been like a.
I mean,
throwback.
if I said 2 years, you would have said these are all talking points from 2 years.
No. I mean, this is like this is like a throwback to the political debates from like a year ago. I just think it's funny. Like the whole government spending, COVID spending. Like okay, I'm just gonna tell you the facts. Republicans stopped talking about that when they learned that Trump spent more on non-COVID and COVID-related expenditure.
Okay, so here's my analogy, right? So let's say Trump passed a $1.9 trillion stimulus package in 2017, right? And then Biden came and passed a $1.9 trillion stimulus package in 2021, right? Can we agree that outside factors, right? Outside factors can have a different effect on those $1.9 trillion packages?
Of course, external variables.
They're not going to be the same exact effect on both ends, right?
External variables can be influential. Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, cool. That's it. So, I mean, at least we agree on that one too. So
I have a question. What is your favorite Trump policy from his 2024 election cycle?
From his 2024, I would say secure borders.
Really? Can you name one piece of legislation that he wants to influence get passed through Congress that will serve as a long-term solution? I'm not done. That will serve as a long-term solution for the southern border?
So I could tell you. So with regards to you want law or policy, you said?
Yeah, proposed piece of legislation that he wants to get passed through Congress to serve as a long-term solution to the southern border.
Okay. So fear alone, Dean, hear me out for 1 second, has caused the border dropping by 90%. Fear.
Yeah, but fear is not a long-term solution. That's why I asked you for a long-term solution.
So What do you, okay, it's long-term solution. Well, I mean, he just got into office 3 weeks ago. You can't pass laws that quick, bro. Give him some time.
That's why I asked you for a proposed bill, not a bill that's already passed. I considered that in asking the question.
How about executive order?
That works too.
Okay. I mean, I knew I had one. See, I have so this thing. I have a folder with like different. Hold on, give me one.
Yo, this is gonna be a YouTube video. Dean debates AI, LFG. Let's fucking go, dude. We're crazy. We're shredding. We're killing it.
Whether I use AI or not, right?
No, I'm seriously, I'm fine with it. I'm seriously A-okay. I think it's a good thing to be like Googling, checking resources. That's fine by me. More people should do it.
And plus, what's the difference between AI and going and finding articles on the web? I mean, it's the same thing. AI, that's what it's called, right?
Well, no, because AI is a language model that doesn't generate for accuracy. It just generates for human-like conversation. There's no pertinence on accuracy when we're talking about AI. It's literally just like a language model.
Okay.
They just literally. So the way that MLMs work is when you ask them a question, they just try to probabilistically generate the most human-like response to the question that you asked. You know,
Got it.
Funny.
So with AI, the only fear somebody should have of AI is if they're spewing misinformation and they're about to get proven wrong. So I don't, you know what I mean? So I think AI is a good thing because that way it comes out with you can prove the person that's spewing misinformation.
Well, I mean, like even AI services will tell you that unless you're running on special models, like they're not supposed to be accurate. That's not like the point of AI.
No, I know, but they do get So what?
What is it like? Don't if like you ask ChatGPT how many like letters there are in strawberry, they'll say like.
I have no idea what ChatGPT is. You guys keep saying ChatGPT. I have no idea what that is, bro. But is that like an AI? I'm assuming that's obviously AI, right? Is that similar to Google? What I do with Google?
It's the most popular, reputable AI available.
Oh, okay, well, good to know. Now I'm gonna download it. So executive order suspending entry of aliens engaged in invasion. This order suspended the entry of individuals deemed to be part of an invasion at the southern border, aiming to enhance national security. That's a WhiteHouse.gov article.
Yeah, you're talking about the deploying troops to the southern border to just prevent people from coming in on foot. That's not a long-term solution. I'm going to go ahead and give you one last opportunity to give me a long-term solution, or I'll probably just move on.
Wait, but how can he do something long-term when he just came into office, though? Everything he's doing right now is short-term until they pass a law that could implement long-term solutions.
That's why I asked you what the proposed law is for the implementation of a long-term solution. Okay,
proposed law.
That was like the first thing I asked you, man. That was like unironically, you ran fucking into the point. That's why I asked you, can you name one piece of proposed law that Donald Trump has to influence, get passed through Congress to serve as a long-term solution?
So wouldn't you think that so give him 4 years. Let's see what he does. Maybe you're right, Dean. Maybe if he doesn't do anything with the border or pass long-term solutions, then I'll look back at it and be like, I regret my vote.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to move on to the next guest. We debated AI for a while. It was fun, but now it's getting a little bit boring. Jonathan, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. Lily with a $5 on Venmo, and Brianna with a $5 on Venmo as well. I see everybody over on YouTube watching. I appreciate that. We have about 8,000 people in the TikTok stream, and then another 1,000 people in the YouTube. YouTube feels a little bit more VIP. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at it on my screen over here. We got like the 4K camera in the studio, and it looks all professional and shit. I like the YouTube a little bit better. If I was watching this stream right now, I would be watching on YouTube. But anyways, if you want to support me, if you want to support the stream, you can do so through Venmo and PayPal, which is found in the link tree in my bio if you're watching on TikTok, or through Super Chat over on YouTube. 100% of all those proceeds go straight to me. They support the stream, and they are awesome. I really appreciate you guys for the love. Speaking of Shane, thank you for the $5 Super Chat over on YouTube saying that guy was an NPC. So real Shane.
God, holy
What is up, Harry Shilston?
I'm good. What's up?
Okay, I spoke with you yesterday, right?
Yeah, you spoke to me twice. I cooked you twice, bro.
I have a question. What do you think your IQ is?
I think it's like 400, maybe. I don't even know. I think it's probably like got to be in the, like either in the hundreds or like 400 range.
Very interesting.
Like,
Very
yeah,
interesting.
Like, what's your IQ?
I've never taken an IQ test. Here's my thing. My question. Your IQ's 400.
Yeah.
How many oceans are there in the world?
There's anywhere from like 5. There's like 5 to 8, I think, honestly.
You say your IQ's 400. At what temperature in Celsius does water freeze?
In Celsius, 32. Right?
No, wrong.
What are you talking about, dude? Yes, it does. It freezes at 32 degrees.
That's Fahrenheit.
Okay. So like what's your point?
These are like the most common sense questions known to mankind. How could somebody with a 400 IQ not know these things?
Dude, I just gave you an answer. Like it freezes at like 32 degrees.
So not
like
only did you not know the answer to the question, but then you still don't understand my explanation that no, it freezes at 32 in Fahrenheit.
maybe it's
although
okay,
it freezes at 0 in Celsius.
Okay,
And the fact
fine,
that you
dude.
didn't even understand that explanation on its own.
Dude, fine. Maybe it's like a little bit below 400. Like
Oh man. Oh,
I'm just
man.
saying, okay, like
That's
can we at least
fucking
agree?
funny.
Can we at least agree on like it's at least like 280 or something?
You think it's at least 280?
Yeah.
Spell derivative.
Derivative. Shoot, man. Gotta search that up. Derivative.
For everybody watching this on YouTube later, I bet I'm going to get a couple comments. They're going to be like, oh, Dean, you're so immature. If you fucking knew who this guy was, he was up on our live yesterday. He's a little shithead. Real quick, while we're getting our next guest up in here, first, Mary, thank you for the $5 over Super Chat on YouTube, as well as V, that is VEE, with a $50 donation on Venmo. Holy crap, V. Thank you so much for the love, V. Everybody, 500 big booms and W's for V in the YouTube and TikTok chat. Thank you so much, VEE. As well as Sid with the $15 donation on Venmo, saying why he kept given blown without the redemption arc. So real. Well, thank you so much for the $15 donation, Sid. Huge shout out to Sid, as well as another 500 big booms for V. V says, keep going off, King. I'm loving the YouTube setup. Congrats, dude. Thank you so much, V. Nathaniel, what's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
No, I do not, because I live in...
Okay, all right. Well, we are just looking to debate people that did, so let's going to get that next guest up here. We got them loading into the live. Here we go. Someone in the YouTube chat says you could rewind on YouTube. I love it. Yeah, I love the YouTube streams too. They're really cool. Rain, what's up? You vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Do you mind if I just ask you a pretty simple question out of the gate?
Go ahead. Shoot me.
Would you ever support a president that wants to ethnically cleanse?
So what the definition of ethnically cleanse? So the definition that I go by, which you might not agree, is the forceful removal of a certain people from, I guess, their homeland, and then you kill them. But I think that the definition is more narrow than that. So you tell me what you.
So I define it, as well as Oxford Language defines it, as the forceful expulsion of an unwanted ethnicity or religious group, or killing. So you're removing a group of people predicated on a common ethnic identity from a land, rather it be via forceful expulsion or killing. And that, by the way, that's just like the academic definition of ethnic cleansing. That's going to be what Oxford tells you. That's going to be what Google tells you. That's going to be what Merriam-Webster tells you. That's going to be what every academic source for the definition of ethnic cleansing tells you. So once again, the question is, would you ever support a president that wants to ethnically cleanse? There's two possible answers to this question. The two possible answer choices are yes or no.
Yeah or nine. So, and for the case that you were referring to, yes, I would, because the issues over there. I don't. When you first asked me, do you know what ethnic cleansing is? The first thing that came to mind was, 40s Germany, and the unaliving of the certain religious minority out there, which obviously I don't agree. So that's kind of what the unaliving part, kind of what jumped at me. But when you read the definition, it said the forced removal and unaliving, correct? So I don't the
forceful removal or unaliving. So
right.
Okay.
So
First of all, Ginger, thank you for the $10 donation over Super Chat over there on YouTube. So you gave a pretty quick yes there. I mean, I'm guessing that this also means that you'd be okay with accepting that you can understand, definitionally speaking, that Donald Trump does want to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip, yes?
it falls under that definition, but it's a little more.
Okay, so if it falls under the definition, when I say that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip, I am saying something that is true, right?
Correct. You are correct. Yes, you're correct.
Okay. Did you work on Trump's campaign?
I did, yeah.
I don't really know if this is the best way to campaign for the guy, literally saying that, yes, it is true that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
Well, I wouldn't use that term because if you look back in history, what are the
Wait. So you're telling us that yes, it is correct that Donald Trump does want to ethnically cleanse Gaza, but you wouldn't use that term? Would you say that you wouldn't use that? Are you saying that you wouldn't use that term because it doesn't sound that good? Because ethnic cleansing is wrong in all scenarios, and it intrinsically violates one's human right to self-determination. I mean, Rain, how wrong would it be for me to walk up to your house tomorrow, knock on your door, have you answer, me tell you I own the land under your feet, and in exactly 24 hours, I'm going to bring a wrecking ball in here and knock it all down so I could build a Riviera? How would you feel? Do you think I am doing something pretty bad?
So a private citizen can't do that, but the government does it all the time with eminent domain. So I don't like it, obviously. I don't.
But could we agree if I did do that to you, regardless of the legal standing, that would be like very wrong for me to do?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, now how wrong would it be for me to do that to 1.4 million people?
So the term ethnic cleansing, if you go back in history, it's always about
not relevant to the question that I asked you.
So I mean, if you want to redefine it as that, but so. Well, okay, what would you do, Dean?
Well, once again, I asked you a question and I want to respond.
I said hopefully. I would.
So once again, the question that I asked you was right? We agreed that it would be very wrong for me to forcefully evict you from your home and occupy and just own the land under your feet without your permission or consent. Would it be incredibly wrong for me to do that, not just to you, but to another 1.4 million people? Would that be very, very, very wrong?
Well, I don't think he said all 1.4. You know,
but just assuming that I'd want to do that to 1.4 million people, that'd be very, very, very wrong, right?
For the 1.4 people, did nothing wrong. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, would you ever support a president that wanted to do that because of how very, very, very wrong it is?
I would not. It's a very gray area that we're discussing.
Wait, it's not a gray area at all, right? Assuming that Donald Trump wants to occupy and own all the land on the Gaza Strip and forcefully kick out 1.4 million Palestinians to do his own thing with the Gaza Strip, would that be very, very, very wrong? Okay. And by the way, I understand that you would have some contentions with what I originally said about owning, occupying, and forcefully evicting 1.4 million Palestinians. Let's just assume that that's right. If Trump wanted to do that, then would you still support him?
Well, it wouldn't be 1.4 million. I can tell you that.
But Rain, follow me here. If Trump wanted to do that, then would you still support him?
Yeah, I would support him because he's trying to find a solution to
Jesus
the
fucking
issue.
Christ. So do you understand that when you forcefully remove somebody from their property, that violates their human right to self-determination?
Okay, well, first of all, Palestine's never been a state. It's been a colonial.
Wait. Just answer my question. When you forcefully remove somebody from given land, do you understand that violates their right to self-determination? Yes or no?
In the abstract, correct, yes.
Oh, okay. And that's a human right. So you're basically telling us that you would support Trump if he violated 1.4 million individuals' human rights. What if he just violated one person's human rights? What if he raped one of your family members? Would you still support him?
I'm not going to answer that.
Wait, why? Are we acting like somehow raping one of your family members is not comparably as bad or worse than the forceful expulsion and ethnic cleansing of 1.4 million humans? Both of those two things are human rights violations. Okay, so my question to you is, would you still support Trump if he raped one of your family members?
I'm not going to answer that. That's disgusting to even bring that up.
Okay, why are you not okay with answering that question? Okay, why was it not disgusting when it was about ethnic cleansing?
Because my definition of ethnic cleansing, going back to history, it's always dealt with the unaliving of the Native Americans in the United States, for one. The Jewish people in World War II. Stalin did that to his own people. Like, it's always ended up unaliving has been the end cause. The president is not talking about unaliving anyone.
Okay, sir. I want you to go on pause, go on Google, type in ethnic cleansing definition.
I know.
Read that you're wrong. Come back, give me at least 3 tears and 1 ukulele, preferably.
I'm looking at it right now.
So you understand that you're wrong. Can you name one major dictionary that would agree with your definition of ethnic cleansing?
I disagree with the definition of ethnic.
Okay, well, name one major dictionary that agrees with you compared to me.
A dictionary? I literally just Googled ethnic cleansing. I'm reading it and I'm agreeing with your definition. I just don't think that. I mean, how old is that definition?
This definition, I mean, has always been the definition of ethnic cleansing. This has always been the uses of the term. Wait, are you saying that you're going to use a new usage of the term ethnic cleansing, even though every dictionary disagrees with you?
Well, I don't. Looking back in history,
so the answer is yes, right? So I just want to clarify that you are completely okay with trans women calling themselves women, right? I just want to clarify. You're completely okay. That is absolutely.
That's biology.
Wait. So how come you could pick and choose your definitions, but apparently trans women can't?
Because you're bringing up a new fact. No, it has nothing to. Those have two different.
No, actually, like the argument that I'm using against you is the exact argument that I've heard so many Republicans use against trans women. Like, and what made this so abundantly clear to me was the whole dictionary thing. Like the first ever anti-trans argument. The first ever anti-trans argument was that, no dictionary defines a woman insofar as to include trans women, therefore trans women aren't women. I bet you probably still run that argument to this day, right?
No.
And I'm going to run that right back on you just to be a little like piece of shit, okay?
Okay,
Same thing with like popular usage, same thing with colloquial understanding, right? Any argument that you would apply insofar as why you do not believe that trans women are women, or insofar as why you believe that it is invalid when a trans woman would call themselves a woman, could just be simultaneously applied to you in rejection of your definition of ethnic cleansing.
But if you look at go back in history, there's never been. I mean, unless you can point, I'll let you tell me if there is. I could be wrong. There's been no ethnic cleansing that's not involved unaliving any certain type of group. Correct? So, I mean, that's just the historical fact. Like, every ethnic cleansing that's happened in the last 200, 300, 400 years, it's always been the people that they're removing, they've been unalived. Am I not correct?
No, you're incorrect.
Okay, well, give me an example. Which people?
I'm not that big of a history buff. The Trail of Tears, right?
They were unalived. What are you talking about? The Native Americans?
Not every single individual.
No. Yeah, not every single one.
Wait. Actually, this is going to be a good example. So for the Native Americans that did not die and were pushed into reservations, were they ethnically cleansed?
They were. I would consider that ethnic cleansing.
Wait, but they had their location moved. They didn't die.
Because this is the difference.
That's such a good example.
No.
Oh, crazy.
Those who did not obey were unalived, and those who obeyed.
Shrimp, thank you so much for the meteor shower. I do appreciate you for the love. And how many innocent Palestinians have died?
Due to what? We're talking about the war, but I'm talking
the
about
IDF. And yeah, just like so now, right now, all that we need to know is that you do think that ethnic cleansing would include the forceful expulsion of a group of individuals predicated on a similar ethnic identity from one area to another, right?
That is correct.
Boom. So then you think that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse. Tell me which criteria of the definition of ethnic cleansing we just agreed on that Trump's plan for Gaza does not fulfill.
So if Trump goes, if he tells the people in the Gaza Strip said, hey, you need to move by whatever such date in the future, and if you don't, we're going to unalive you, then yes, that would be ethnic cleansing.
But that wasn't one of the necessary criteria of ethnic cleansing that we just agreed on. So are you saying that your definition of ethnic cleansing is a forceful
That is my own personal.
Is a forceful removal of individuals from one territory to another under threat of death?
Yeah, that is correct. That's what I think.
Okay, but if they're not necessarily all under threat of death and they'll just be forcefully expelled nonetheless, that's not ethnic cleansing.
That's how I view it. Yes, which I know doesn't follow the definition.
Okay, so Rain, I just want to clarify.
What would you do?
Wait, no, Rain, I'm back. So I just, the mic went out there for a second. So I just want to clarify, if like the American colonizers did not place, let's just say 3 tribes of Native Americans under the threat of death, and instead just impeded upon their human rights, picked them up and physically moved them into reservations, right? Would that still be ethnic cleansing, even though they weren't under threat of death?
Even if they weren't under the threat of death, just to do it, just because, that would be ethnic cleansing.
Rain, there we go. Therefore, you don't necessarily need, right, threat of death to instantiate, right, the definition of ethnic cleansing. Come on.
Okay, so here's the issue, though: is what do you? Our president, going back to Obama, Bush.
Rain, why are we going back to Obama and Bush? You just agreed with
No.
the definition of ethnic cleansing doesn't necessarily entail one being under the threat of death. So what criteria of ethnic cleansing does Donald Trump's plan for Gaza not fulfill?
So I don't think he wants to unalive any.
But I disagree. Okay, I think that his plan for Gaza will, probabilistically speaking, entail the deaths of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. But that's completely irrelevant. We'll just accept that he doesn't. One second. That's completely irrelevant. We'll just accept that he doesn't want to unalive any Palestinians. It doesn't matter because that's not a sufficient, that's not a necessary criteria for ethnic cleansing to be met. So even if I accept that Donald Trump does not want to unalive any Palestinians, it is the case that the definition of ethnic cleansing that we've both now agreed on is still met.
Sure. I mean, this is it's a mute point because he said this in what was it, 2 or 3 days ago?
Sure. Okay. So you accept that as ethnic cleansing.
Okay. Just if we can go to a different topic, because it's not policy. I don't think it would even get passed.
Well, so I just want to clarify. I'm going to post a video on my YouTube account, and it's going to be like something along the lines of getting Trump staffer to concede that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse. Like, how do you feel about that?
That's fine. I don't think it's at the end of the day. I don't think it's ethnic cleansing.
No, you actually have already told us 4 times at 4 different points in our conversation that you do think it is. In fact, the first thing that you told me is that yes, you do think that technically it does fit the definition of the word ethnic cleansing. And then I even went on to ask you, right, is the statement, does Trump want to ethnically cleanse in Gaza true? And then you said, yes, that's true. So how do you feel if like Daddy Trump saw that? Do you think that you'd lose your job, future career prospects? Because I hope that you do. And then I hope that more people stop supporting him because I see that like Trump's own staffers, right, can agree that he wants to violate the human rights of 1.4 million Palestinians. Like this is like a massive fucking whistleblow. Massive whistleblow. This is actually wild. Like I really can't even believe this.
So I was under contract. The campaign is over.
And your time on my live is over as well. Hey Kendra, I did see your $20 super chat on the YouTube earlier. I did not thank you because I was very deep into that conversation, and I really appreciate you so much for the love. Everybody, please show some love to Kendra down below in that chat, as well as Kraken with the 20 pounds over on YouTube. Kraken says, financial compensation for dealing with these idiots so the rest of us don't have to. Dude, thank you so much for the 20 pounds. That's very kind of you. If you're watching the stream and you do want to support me / support the stream, you can find my Venmo as well as my PayPal all linked. A link tree in my bio. I get 100% of the proceeds on those platforms. As well as if you're watching over on YouTube, we got 1.3 thousand people in there right now, which is pretty cool. You could support me through the super chat. In fact, I'll even pin a message with a Venmo and the PayPal because I'm pretty sure that YouTube takes a percentage of these super chats over there. All right, we got our next guest loading in right now. You guys spam MAGA down below in that chat if you do want to come up and debate. And I'm going to check how long I've been live. How long have I been live? 2 hours and 17 minutes. Gosh, diddly darn. That is crazy. Okay, all right. We are going to go ahead and move on to our next guest here. By the way, I would really appreciate it if you guys would join the team, and I could tell you why. So TikTok has decreased its earning potential for creators even more, and now to get like the same cut of the TikTok gifts as we did before, you have to have like 2,000 active team members. So you should like hit that button. They're fucking scam artists over there, man. They're scam artists over there. We're gonna get that next guest up in here. Spam MAGA down below in that chat if you do want to join. All right, we're seeing nobody spamming MAGA down below in that chat. All right, here we go, guys. We do see one individual. We got Joe. Joe, hop in that queue. Also, do share this live out with a handful of friends as well. Thank you for the level up, Brian. What is going on? Nomad, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I voted for Trump. You kicked me off last time. I didn't. Wait, stop, Dean, stop. You kicked me off.
You're a funny troll, bro. You're funny. I do. You're a funny troll. I'll give it to you. Yo, Mal, thank you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube saying love the content. Keep it up. I appreciate that, Mal. Very kind. All right, we got the next guest loading in. We got Go loading in. What they were the one that was like what? Oh, like
Yo.
They were like saying some shit like I self like describe as like ethnically Caucasian or some shit like that. some fuck shit like that, dude. It was funny as hell. All right, we got the next guest loading in right now, y'all. Here we go. Double tap, share. Here we go. Everybody, the Trump supporters are running scared, quite frankly. So scared, quite frankly. Hello. Hello, Carmine. Did you vote for Trump? Hello. Carmine's not here. Hello, Dylan. Did you vote for Trump? Dylan. Dilly boy! Okay, Dylan's not here either. So we're going to move on to the next guest. Here we go. We got now. We're going to move on to the next guest. What's up? You vote for Trump? Speak.
Oh, sorry. You're talking to me?
Yeah, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, I was just clicking join my team and it doesn't do.
Oh, wait. I kicked you too soon. I guess that you had something to say. Hey, Sam, I appreciate you for the 10 pounds over on YouTube Super Chat saying saving the modern world one debate at a time. I appreciate that, Sam. What's up, James? You vote for Trump?
Yes, I voted for Trump.
Age?
18.
Yeah, what year were you born in?
I was born 2006.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Name one thing that only an adult would know.
How babies were born?
Oh, that is a fetus. That is the most fetus answer to the question that could ever possibly exist. That is the most fetus answer to that question that could ever exist. Wow. All right, we got that next guest. Oh, that's pretty funny. All right, here we go, guys. Dude, nobody wants to debate. We have 6.3 thousand people in here, and not a single soul wants to debate. Sid, I do appreciate you so much for the 2-month sub. That's very kind of you. All right, guys. Okay, still just looking for that next guest, dude. Look at that, bro. Nobody wants to debate. Quite frankly, nobody wants to debate. Hey, Mary, thank you for the $15 over in Venmo. That's very kind. Mary says, "I love you, Dean. Thank you so much for all that you do." Thank you, Mary. Shout out to Mary Double in those live chats. If you want to support this stream, the link to the Venmo and the PayPal are found in the link tree in the bio. I have moved them all to the link tree so people like stop typing in like the wrong name and getting scammed by fake Deans on Venmo, etc. I feel really bad for people that get scammed. Dude, this is crazy, man. Nobody has the spine, the gut, the gold to come up here and debate me, bro. That's crazy. That's nuts, man. That's nuts. We're still just looking for a guess. Sid, thank you for the $2 on Venmo asking for my thoughts on the White House Valentine's Day post. Are they just like trying to decrease their approval ratings, man? Like seriously, that was just like gross. Like even like people on the right should hopefully be able to look at that and be like, that is not presidential at all. What's going on? You vote for Trump?
Yep.
Oh dear God, why did you vote for Donald Trump? Let's hear it.
Because every single policy he has in regards to our border, in regards to our economy, in regards to keeping us safe is good. His foreign policy has been incredible.
Did you just say
We're getting
every
things done.
economic policy he has is good? So I just want to
Absolutely.
clarify. You
The
think
threat
that
of tariffs has been incredibly productive.
You think that blanket tariffs, also, what's up, Ryan Beard? Blanket tariffs are good for economy. Why is that? Because I can tell you why they're bad. First of all, I just disagree.
Well, I can explain.
I just disagree with isolationist-based policy. Protectionism. I think that comparative advantage is really important, and that different countries should be making what they're good at making. Because when we don't do that, we try to focus on all these same things at the one time. Right? It creates loads of inefficiencies and actually harms the.
Do you want me to explain why it's actually good?
And outside of protectionism just being bad, if we were to accept protectionism, there's other ways in which we could inspire a higher level domestic production of goods apart from tariffs that will create less inefficiencies, such as just investing into corporate America compared to imposing tariffs.
I can tell you why it's a great thing, actually. And the threat of tariffs is actually the most effective thing. So when we look at a country like Canada, 13.6% of our imports are from Canada, but 78% of their exports, Canadian exports, are to the United States. So when a trade war happens, if we are tariffing Canada, who's going to get hurt more, the United States or Canada? Canada. And because Canada is a rational actor, they're not going to get into a trade war with us, and they're going to cede to our demands and whatever we ask them to do. Same thing with Mexico. Who's going to get
simply
hurt
didn't
more?
happen, though.
Yeah, because they ceded to our demands.
What demands did they secede to? Also, have we debated before?
Sure. We have, but you said you said everyone was scared to debate you, so it was like 6 months. It was a long time ago.
I recognize your name. I typically remember the names of Trump supporters that actually know something about policy or econ. Finish out your point, then I'm going to move on.
I got you. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, basically, tariffs can be an effective thing. The tool, the threat of a tariff with a country, especially.
Oh yeah, my question was, what do we get from what demands did Canada secede to?
Yeah, sure. So they agreed to work bilaterally with our border patrol in the north and their own border patrol. There was a $1.5 billion package that we were both going to work on to secure that Canadian-American border. So that's one of the things that Canada decided to do with us. With Mexico,
actually passed that through Congress and through their parliament or whatever the fuck in December of last year, and it wasn't 1.5 billion; it was 1.3.
Okay, 1.3. Yeah.
So how did tariffs get them to secede to this demand that they actually had been doing for about 2 months?
Well, it's good that they were moving in that direction. I think when they realized Trump won, that he was going to want some things from them. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of doing tariffs on everybody for sure. But I
just think that you're obviously framing this as like propaganda, and you're like seemingly like a smarter guy. Hopefully, you should be able to see this when I just describe it to you. So Canada's doing their thing. They're passing a $1.3 billion border bill. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump wakes up one day and he's like, I'm going to pass this executive order to put tariffs on Canada. And this is going to go into effect in 48 hours. The next day, Canada, announces retaliatory tariffs back on America. And they're basically just like, fuck it. We know we're going to get hurt more, but we're going to hurt them back because we're not going to bow the knee to Trump.
Well, that's a foolish thing for them to do.
And then next morning, U.S. stock market crashes. Canadian dollar goes to shit. Things are bad for both countries. 4 hours after that, Donald Trump reverses his decision to employ his tariffs, citing their $1.3 billion border bill as being sufficient for his demands. But that $1.3 billion border bill had gotten into place prior to the implementation of his demands, making this the most obvious cop-out to try to rhetorically justify himself in a position that is anywhere but bowing the knee to Justin Trudeau.
I wouldn't see it that way, but I think when we look at tariffs, I'll just say this point. Tariffs, obviously, if they're used ineffectively, can be incredibly damaging to our country and especially to other countries that GDP is not as strong as ours. But you also see the threat of them can be very productive. Like Colombia didn't want to take back individuals that we were deporting from our country that were their own nationals.
Trump-oid Colombia. I'm talking about
and
Canada.
And he threatened them, and then they backed down.
Yeah, no, he well, of course, okay. Yeah, that's like the biggest guy in the grade, right, picking on the smallest guy in the grade. He bullied the fuck.
Well, it's not picking on him.
Yes, it absolutely
we deported
is.
From the country.
Yeah, but you understand a lot of the migrants in which were deported from America to Colombia weren't even from Colombia.
They're Colombian nationals.
No, so not all of them were from Colombia, nor were they Colombian nationals. Now, I'd like to go back to my point, right, about Canada. So essentially what you're saying is, imagine this. Like a month ago, you give me a golden necklace, okay, right? And then I go up to you, I put a pew-pew to your head, and I'm like, rah, I'm going to hurt you. And then you pull out a smaller pew-pew, and you point it back at me, and you're like, if you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. And then I bow the knee and I run away. And I'm like, well, the reason I ran away and I took the pew-pew from pointing at you was because you gave me that gold necklace. Well, you gave me that gold necklace a month before I pointed the pew-pew at you. So that makes no fucking sense. That obviously wouldn't explain why I'm no longer pointing the pew-pew at you, right? If I already got what I wanted from you a month ago. And I guess like the conceptual relation here is, right? You're saying that Donald Trump imposed these tariffs on Canada to get that $1.3 billion border bill. And they're like, rah, counter tariffs.
Well, there could have been other reasons too.
And then he's like, wow, I'm going to go ahead and walk away, stroll on with my happy day because I got this $1.4 billion border bill from them. He got that a month before he imposed the tariffs, before he's fucking president. That was passed through their parliament. So why did he bow the knee?
Well, I mean, there could be a bunch of things. We've had trade imbalances with Canada. We have trade imbalances with a bunch of countries. And I don't think it's unreasonable to say if a country has a tariff on us, we should do the exact same tariff on them. Because the goal is to have it. The goal with tariffs is to make our country as prosperous as possible. So obviously, a prolonged trade war with somebody is not good for them. It's not good for us.
So does Canada have 25% flat tariffs on all American goods imported into their country?
No. And I think as of right now, that's good not to do, right? But when we look at some countries, there's countries that have tariffs on our
because it obviously wasn't because Canada backed down on those identical tariffs. Because you just agreed that they don't even have them.
Well, I mean, there's probably, there could be other reasons. I mean, I don't have access to classified information. There could have been other things going on with that. But I don't think it's an unreasonable.
Can you kind of admit that you're just kind of assuming a hypothesis that you have no evidence to be true to paint Trump in good light?
Well, I have evidence to point Trump in good light. I don't know the specifics with the specific Canadian tariff, why he decided to back down. He could have been talking with Trudeau. They could have worked something out. Maybe they were talking about something long term. I mean, I don't know the specific details. I'm not sitting there in the Oval Office listening to the phone call.
The facts that we know is that Donald Trump imposed 25% tariffs on Canada. We have no evidence that we got nothing from Canada, and Donald Trump backed down. Those are the three facts we know. I feel as if we should probably yield the conclusion that Trump backed down, got nothing from Canada because he realized that the tariffs would be bad for America and probably decrease his approval ratings after the U.S. stock market crashed. And, we saw peaks insofar as future projections of interest rates with the implementation of his tariffs. And he just realized it'd be really bad for the economy and hurt the American people. And he finally came to his senses. Or you could assume what you're doing, which is just saying that, oh, well, I'm going to assume this hypothesis to be true, that he got something from Canada, even though I don't have any evidence of that.
Well, we might not have gotten something with Canada, but we could long-term get something with Canada because I think the goal is to not have tariffs on either side, right? The goal is to protect our industries and to make prices as low as possible for our citizens who are struggling. 57% of them live paycheck to paycheck.
Wait, but how did he achieve that goal at all with a 24-hour implementation of tariffs on Canada? Like, let's relate this back to reality,
bro. The threat was implemented
before
they were implemented.
I feel like you were like really like trying to put some really expensive, pretty icing on a cake made out of dog shit right now. You know, it's like the hoops are wild. This is kind of.
But what do you think he's doing? That's dog shit. I mean, we talk about the Canadian
imposition of like tariffs signed into law to go into effect on Tuesday. for like
and they backed down
24
from
hours,
them. Well,
30
we
hours.
have tariffs on China right now.
Yeah,
as
but
far
like,
as I
what was
believe,
the whole point of the tariffs on Canada? Just to bully them, fuck with them, crash their stock market, and inflate their dollar while ruining.
Well, I mean, we
foreign
have a
relations?
trade imbalance with them. I mean, there's reasons why we have a trade imbalance with them. We want to try to even that out, try to have even trade with Canada.
Well, it's because we get a lot of shit from Canada, and
13.6%.
Yeah, we get a lot of shit from them, man. Lumber and oil, big time, right? And you're saying that he implemented the threat of a tariff. So, do we no longer have a trade imbalance?
Oh no, we still do. Yeah, I mean,
okay, wait. So then the trade imbalance doesn't explain why he backed off, because we still have the trade imbalance.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it is back off. I'd say it's with negotiation, right? When we negotiate with people, we threaten one thing, and then maybe we back down later on. I think it's great to have a greater relationship with Canada. They have I think, fourth largest oil reserves in the world.
But that made the relations worse.
Well, I don't think it necessarily made it worse.
Well, I do. We had Doug Ford saying that they just consider stopping all oil and electric exports.
Well,
to
I mean,
America.
that would be
and we had Justin Trudeau
unaliving
saying
for them.
that they
that
had
would destroy them.
Well, obviously that would destroy them, and they're likely not to do it. But the point is that still obviously demonstrates bad relations. Like Jesus Christ, like if your ex-girlfriend calls you one day and she tells you that she's gonna run you over with a car, is it likely that she'll actually run you over with a car? No. Does that sure as hell demonstrate bad relations? Yeah, that sure as hell does demonstrate bad relations.
I hit too close to home. Yeah.
Dude, your ex ran you over with a car?
I mean, not exactly. She like backed up, and she like backed up into me. It wasn't hard. She was like 5 miles an hour. Yeah, but.
Well,
like 4 years ago.
And anyways, you get my point though, right? Like this still does demonstrate bad relations.
I can see what you're saying. You know, the relations obviously can improve, but I think when we look at America, right, I think every single decision we make.
I told him I was going to kick him a while ago because I'd already had a conversation with him. Oh, Parker's in the queue. But I honestly just ended up like having a pretty decent conversation with him, so I just kept it going. But
that's good.
I needed to stand by what I said. What's up, Parker? How you doing, man?
That's good. It's good. I'm just chilling. I was making YouTube videos all day, editing.
Nice. By the way, for everybody watching at home on YouTube, we finally got Parker in here. Yeah, we were running pretty well on the TikTok live. We had like over 8.5 thousand people in here for a while, but kind of dropped down. Then also, Nell! Oh my gosh! NEL! This came in a little bit ago. I was just too focused on that debate. Nell, thank you so much for the $71 donation over on PayPal. Oh my gosh, Nell. That came in a while ago. Thank you so much for the love. Everybody, please show some love to Nell down below in both of those live chats. That is seriously so kind of you. Thank you so much, Nell. Huge shout out to Nell. Seriously so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Huge shout out, Nell. Anyways, what's going on? You want to debate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Based.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Me, I'm 60 years old.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
Yo, Parker, call in
Okay.
Discord
Why'd you do that?
so I could get you on the screen.
Well, to be honest,
Then I can't
some
record.
personal reasons. Some were obviously economical. Having worked for the Department of Defense, I think I have had inside knowledge, and I think our relationships with other countries, and
Can you
we
give
really
me one
suffer
economic
under-
policy of Donald Trump's that you like?
the tariffs, everything you're just talking about.
Oh dear God.
What specific tariffs?
Well, you were just talking about Canada, and
Oh, come on.
I apologize. Well, let me explain. Okay. In all fairness, so the thing is that we don't need Canada for wood, or we don't need Canada for oil.
Joseph, thank you for the $2 on YouTube Super Chat. We do if we want to keep our prices low.
But we have our own wood, we have our own oil, we have our own steel.
Yeah, but like,
I mean,
if we were to just like stop importing all oil and steel from Canada, okay, well, all of a sudden there's going to be more inefficiencies introduced into our economy, and we'd actually have slow GDP growth because we're no longer focusing on what we're comparatively advantaged at. And then B, like we import more of those goods from Canada because the American goods are priced out of the market because they have more infrastructure and productive capacities to make them for lower prices in Canada. So when you say that, oh, well, we're just going to switch back to all American-made companies, be a strict protective, have a strict isolated economy where we do not globalize any part of, our supply chain. That's just going to cause a lot of inefficiencies in the economy. We're going to be focusing on places that we shouldn't focus on when we could focus on other places where we'd yield a higher level of GDP growth in the long term. And as well, it's going to cause higher prices to the consumer. There's literally no good reason to do that. I think the only reason why people like hold to this view is because of like misconstructions of like patriotism and like America first, and like xenophobia, when in all reality, like such strong protectionist policies really hurt America.
Well, I still think we're the best country in the world. And I've been around, and I think we're the best country in the world. And I think that, and maybe you have, I'm not making an assumption that you haven't traveled abroad, but if you do, like for instance, I was in this whole immigration thing when I was 19. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Didn't know how to speak Spanish, but I went down to Central America during the war in El Salvador. And it was the best thing that I did because, and they're wonderful people, but it's no wonder that MS-13 and the next following couple of generations came out as the way they did, because what I saw was horrific, and they were little children at the time, right? So you can't, in some ways, then become a horrific gang was bound to happen, right? I mean,
I'm so sorry. We were talking about trades, like economics.
I just
and
wanted
tariffs,
to mention another factor was.
and now you're talking about MS-13, bro. What is going on? Hello?
No, the immigration. So that's one of the things. There's actually two different gangs, but I understand how that could have happened. That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't following. I'm sorry, man. Maybe Parker was. Parker, were you following?
I don't get how we got to that either.
Yeah.
All right, we can go back to
in
tariffs.
yeah, you said tariffs are good. You said the tariffs on Canada are good, and what we're
Well,
saying is that if
they
you
need
reduce,
us. Tell me one reason why Americans should be paying the bulk of everything for the rest of the world.
that's a completely unrelated question to what I just
Oh
said. Can I
no,
please
it's
finish
very
what I was
much
saying?
so. We're paying more tariffs. We pay more in
What tariffs?
everything globally.
What tariffs does Canada have on the United States?
Well, for one, the manufacturing as far as vehicles, and I think we just mentioned wood. We mentioned gas.
What is the level of their tariffs?
Now it's going to be 10%. It was going to be 25. Then
Wait, no, not what we're placing on them, right? Tell me specifically what tariffs they have placed on us.
I honestly, I can't answer that. If you guys know, I would appreciate
Well, then
that.
if you don't know what tariffs they have placed on us, well, then how can you say that somehow it's like a response to them? And also, if they had a tariff placed on us, it would be their businesses that would be paying the tariff.
Correct. And it's about bringing,
So that means
I'm older.
That's not how tariffs work. So if we place tariffs on them, that means our American businesses that are importing the products are paying the tariff, which means it'll be passed on to the consumer.
Correct. It's about bringing business back. I'm older, obviously, and I remember like my father was in World War II. After World War II, it truly
Can you seriously tell us any tariffs that Canada has on America?
She said she didn't know.
Okay.
There's tons. There's tons.
Like what?
I mean,
I'm literally looking on the Canadian.
there's
government's website, see if I can find anything.
merchandising. I know that I have bought in clothing, and it comes through Canada. I know that I have.
Yeah, the global trade isn't a bad thing. So what you're actually bringing up is misguided, because if you reduce the overall supply of a particular good available to you, like a consumer in the United States, what you're going to do, inevitably speaking, based on basic economics, is increase the price of that good to that consumer. So what you're doing is you're hurting middle class. No, long term, because production costs are higher in the United States than they are around the world, right? If there is, again, no other production, right, that you're able to get access to around the world, because you're cutting down trade by the use of tariffs.
I mean, if you think about the fact that if we start remanufacturing more things here that maybe in any other country, such as China, then it's our.
Why are we not manufacturing this right now?
Are we not manufacturing? Give me an example.
Why are we not? So sorry. Let me restate my question.
Why? Because it was cheaper for them in the other country.
Why are we not producing, right, these particular goods to that degree right now in the country?
There was definitely a change. There was definitely a change where a lot of people left because it was cheaper for them to do it, let's say, in China, right?
Okay, so it's more expensive here. Okay, so if it's more expensive
Now-
to produce here, then it would be more expensive long term, right?
Only temporarily.
Why temporarily?
If you bring it back, if you bring it, it's unfortunate. Like when you look at Toyota used to manufacture here, right? We had a whole
I
bunch
asked you
of,
why only temporarily.
because if we bring our business back here, we will lower the costs. We will be able to provide jobs. Which
You're
is
just making the claim. How so?
Wait, the reason why we don't already have more American-focused production of some goods like lumber, for instance, is because we can't lower the cost to compete with the price of that same good from Canada. Boom.
We didn't even have lumber for
Fucking
ourselves. No.
Yes.
Because we weren't using
Yes.
we
What
were
do you-
not using our lumber. You have people
Because we
who,
didn't have
you
the
know, are this-
infrastructure to yield said lumber, produce it, and sell it, right? To yield it at the same price as Canada.
We do. We haven't, because you have people.
Wait.
who
If
don't
we could
wanna
do that and we haven't
touch
done
our
that,
forests.
then there's like market opportunity that hasn't been taken advantage of. Why has nobody taken advantage of that market opportunity?
I think because there were many views, and I don't want to blame just Democrat, because I'm not either Democrat or Republican, but I think that you have people who didn't want to touch our forests, and natural reservists that, oh no, we don't want to drill in Alaska, and all these.
Wait, you're telling me that all this lumber that we could get is on nature reserves?
Not necessarily neat. Well, yeah, some of it. I
Okay,
believe.
you know what? I have a question. Do you have a house?
No.
Do you have like a place to live?
Yeah, sure.
Does
I rent.
Does that place to live have like trees and whatnot?
Not really, because I'm kind of, not in the burbs, but somewhat
Okay, well,
city.
do you know anybody with a place to live that has a bunch of trees?
No, Master, so if you're talking about,
she doesn't know anyone that's near trees. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yes, I do. I obviously. Well, how many trees are we talking about?
Just like
right?
just like a few fucking trees. You know what? If
Oh,
you're just
okay,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're like
Right.
capitalism
I have a
all
few
the
trees.
way, if you're capitalism all the way, quite frankly, and you just don't really care about any ethical, moral, pragmatic concerns, you're all about making that money. Why don't you go rip up that tree out of that front yard and fucking sell it?
No, that's not how I view things at all.
You make some money. Capitalism.
You're
it's fucking
making me
smart.
choose
I mean, you're like,
specific-
oh, look at all these nature reserves. Fucking
Take that shit out of the ground.
We got the
by the hand
Listen,
and sell
I
that
think
shit
that would-
like you're in Minecraft. Just punch it, and I promise you'll get the
You know
the
what?
wood.
We got O'Hare on the live. Okay, we got Miss O'Hare. Miss O'Hare, is that you? Are you in hiding? Okay, are you lying about your identity, Miss O'Hare?
Who's Miss O'Hare?
You're obviously saying that you don't know who Miss O'Hare is, right? Just to obfuscate away from the fact that that's you. Nadia, thank you for the $3 super chat over on YouTube. As well as Jesse, thank you for the $5 super chat.
So this podcast is about, you're saying that Trump is so terrible, right?
Yeah, I'm
And
saying that Trump is
everybody's entitled to their view on that,
I
right?
don't
I
think
don't
so.
agree with everything about him. I don't agree about everything that he speaks of and how he speaks.
Surprising.
Sometimes I go, wow, that's really stupid what
Wow,
you
that's
said.
really stupid, but I'm still gonna support him. Wow. I have a question. Do you have a
No one's
daughter or
100%
like a granddaughter or anything?
Sure.
Okay, when they were 10 years old, if Donald Trump walked up to them and said he would be dating them in 10 years, would you still vote for him?
Wait a minute, hold on. What about Joe Biden, whose own daughter?
Wait. Before can I have like a response to the question?
I don't believe that he would do that. I don't.
Can I have a response?
met him.
If Donald
I don't
Trump
believe.
if
That's
Donald
not the
Trump
kind of
went
man.
up to if Donald Trump went up to your 10-year-old daughter or granddaughter and said he'd be dating her in 10 years, right? Would you still vote for him?
I don't think that's what he said. That's not what
Can
he
you
said.
answer
If you're
my
talking
question?
about his daughter,
Can you answer my
it's
question?
his way of expressing.
I understand.
his
I will explain all of
appreciation
these
for you.
things to you right after. I would just love an answer to the question real quick. Would you still vote for him if it is the case that he walked up to your 10-year-old
I
daughter
would
or
take care of it
granddaughter?
myself.
What?
I would ask for clarification on what he just said.
What
I would ask
clarification?
him, what does that mean?
Can you tell me what clarification you might need?
What does that mean? What are you referring to?
yeah,
Are
what-
you
what
stating
clarification
that you really
might you
want to
need?
date my granddaughter?
Yeah,
or is
that's
it
what he
just
said.
the way you talk?
What do you mean just the
Right.
way you talk? How could that be?
Because there
Can you
are a lot
explain
of
to me how
people who
that's
speak.
how they speak like that to minors? Please explain to me. Like, is that an issue if they
I
speak
don't.
like that to minors on the normal? If he just speaks like that on the usual, that's probably a
Did you
bigger
ever
issue,
listen
right?
to him? He calls men and women beautiful. Yeah, I was
You know,
just paying attention to that when
he
he was
said he
at
would be
the.
that'd be bad if he went up to boys and girls that were 10 years old and said he'd be dating them in 10 years.
Yeah, wait,
That
you-
would be an
you-
issue regardless of whether or not they're a boy or a
speech.
girl. So can you please explain to me in what context is that
It's
statement
colloquial.
ever okay?
Jungle, thank
It's
you for the
colloquial
$7.
speech.
Are,
How
not-
colloquial? How is it colloquial?
Oh, are you saying that
Colloquial,
it's
meaning
okay?
He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it. Oh yeah, I'm really gonna date.
Wait,
that
wait. So
10-year-old.
as long as you're saying something,
Then what
that-
does he
so wait.
mean?
If you're just okay with like saying words that apparently you don't mean, if he just straight up said that I'm gonna have sex with her the day she turns 18, but he didn't,
didn't say that.
that.
You didn't say that.
But
You
if he,
can't
but
make
if
shit
he
up.
did, but if he did say that, how do you feel?
Well, that's like a completely fictitious thing,
But
and I don't
but
think.
how do you feel if he did say that?
It's colloquial speech is crazy. I'm sorry, that's insane.
different.
Wow.
If he said something about sexual about my saying someone's pretty,
Yeah, it's
is
like
not,
saying you're gonna be dating them in 10
Wait,
years.
I have a question. Do you think that Donald Trump dates people
won't
because
be
of,
alive
like,
in 10 years.
do you think that Donald Trump like dates women because of their personalities?
I think he married probably Melania and his other wife based on that, but
He's like the biggest fucking misogynist in mainstream media
Tell me
and
what
modern
man-
American history. No, dude,
Most
this
men
guy,
are pigs.
This guy,
Most
hey,
men are pigs justifies Donald Trump being
you're
a pig.
right. He is a
What?
Wait,
fucking
wait, wait,
pig.
wait.
Women
Let,
were
us
sexually
accept this
assaulted.
progressive
Come on,
ideology.
don't
Hold
be
up.
hypocrites.
Hold up.
You're
Hold
gonna
up.
just blame Donald?
Hold up. Listen. You understand that we can blame plenty of men. Of course, we would acknowledge that. We agree with that in plenty of context. But what you're not understanding is that doesn't like say that what Donald Trump did is okay by any means.
I don't know
Saying that
exactly.
it's common behavior does not make that common behavior.
Yeah, that's
okay.
like essentially like saying, boys will be boys.
Yes, that's exactly like the issue that we have. That's called toxic
Well, yeah, you could say
masculinity.
that. Boys will be boys.
Yeah, that's
You can say
toxic
that.
masculinity because instead of taking accountability for what those men did, they say, "Oh, it's just okay for us to do this. It's normal." Right? That's exactly what reinforces that negative behavior that not only
man
disenfranchises
doesn't
women,
have to
but
rape
also
anyone.
that also negatively impacts men. Toxic masculinity not only harms women, but also harms men. So if you actually care about men, if we actually wanted to benefit men, then we wouldn't perpetuate toxic masculinity in grape culture because it hurts men as well as it hurts
So
women.
are you going to hold just the president of the United States
No,
now?
no,
One
him
man?
and plenty of other people, but he
Out of-
serves as a face for an entire movement of these men that think this behavior is okay. And now you have 12 and 13-year-olds engaging in this exact same type of behavior because they saw a president or Musk engage in this
BS.
type of
That was
behavior.
happening
No, I'm
way
serious.
before
I've
Donald
talked
Trump.
to teachers where they now have little boys in their classrooms doing Elon salutes because he specifically did that in front of them. Or the
Elon
people
is
who are
autistic.
perpetuating the my body,
Well,
or, I mean the your body, my choice thing because Nick Fuentes said it on the internet. You have to acknowledge that young boys consume things on social media, things that come from far right-wing Nazis, right, white supremacists, people like Nick Fuentes
believe
that are
Elon's a
horrible
Nazi?
people.
Oh my
Now
gosh.
he's perpetuating that exact same type of stuff when he literally intentionally salutes.
Yeah, and then
He did it intentionally.
And then
salute
wait, I'm so
again?
sorry. I'm just gonna add on one more thing to make sure that you have like
Free
no
Hitler,
fucking
free
one
Nazi?
moment. I'm just gonna add on one last thing here to make sure that you have like no fucking
still
response.
was-
That's a Nazi
Tinsley,
salute. You
I'm
agree,
guessing.
right?
I'm guessing that you're about to like add on here and say, "Oh, well, Elon Musk didn't mean to throw the Nazi salute. We don't know his intentions. This, that, and another. And we
Have you
do
ever slung
understand."
it
Now,
around
just
that
allow
way?
me to finish. Allow me to
have.
finish.
It didn't mean I was a Nazi,
One moment.
or I support
What
them
did you
because
just
I don't.
say?
Did you just admit
Are you
you've
gonna tell me
saluted? Did you wait?
whether
Wait,
you
did you just
were-
admit that you've saluted?
In whatever, in jest, I'm sure my arm has gone that way, but it didn't
Okay,
have
wait,
anything
wait.
to do with.
Do you
with
understand?
Hitler.
Do you understand the distinction between your arm
both did
just
it.
moving in that direction and you purposefully doing that? You
I've never-
understand the difference, right?
I don't think I've ever accidentally thrown the Nazi salute.
Maybe you weren't aware
Well,
of it.
like you understand. Like I'll give an example, Dean. Like
Look
how AOC,
Prince Harry.
how Obama.
Prince Harry.
Please stop talking. Please, I'm trying to explain this to you. Like how we can reference AOC, we can reference Biden, we can reference Trump. They've all done like an applause thing, like a hello to like when they're giving a speech to the crowd, and it looks like they're
No, I'm
putting
talking-
their arm
I'm
up if
talking
you take a
chest-
picture.
no,
But like,
I'm talking
oh no,
bum,
no,
wham, straight
no,
up,
no,
like,
yeah,
wham,
obviously
wham,
never,
straight up in the
that
air.
specific. She's just trying to reference that like people have put their arm up that way. There's a difference between that and what Elon Musk did, where he put his hand to his chest, exactly how the Nazis did, and did it up twice. He did it twice. He intentionally did it because he said he's giving his heart out to the crowd. No, I have a specific video on my Twitter where he's given his heart out to the crowd before, and he did this.
Also, I just like that on like
Why
one
did
other...
he do this? That's different.
I'd like that on like one point here real quick. It's that, Tinsley, if you want to like give a counter argument that will like, you could recognize that the action that he did engage in was synonymous or identical to that of the Nazi salute, but we don't know his intentions. We don't know if he meant to. We don't know if he was just doing whatever the fuck. I don't know. You know, just like the Republican garbage. Here's my honest response to that. Like, okay, fine. I will grant you that we may not know Elon's intentions. However, I think that we can use inductive reasoning to plausibly determine that he did intend to throw the salute based upon a few tweets he put after the fact. But even if we grant you that concession, it is still the case that that emboldens white supremacy and neo-Nazism and alt-right fascism in America today because of the value of that salute. And the predicate that it's being committed by somebody so high in our government with absolutely no apology or accountability after the fact. Like, I've already seen edits on Twitter of Elon throwing the Nazi salute going into like a praise, love Hitler, he did nothing wrong type shit, right? And the thing here is it emboldens that shit, and it will continue to embolden that shit. And the only possible thing that Elon Musk could do to like somehow slow the emboldening of alt-right fascism in America today as a result of that salute would be to hold himself accountable and put out a statement saying like, no, this is not acceptable. This is wrong. This isn't something that you should do. And that they absolutely condemn alt-right fascism. And is that something that they did? Is that something that he did? Absolutely fucking not. In fact, he never disputed that he meant to throw up the Nazi salute. And in fact, he even put a tweet out on X saying that, oh, Elon does the one bad thing that nobody else wanted him to do. Just emboldening it further. You know, like that's the problem.
But I have seen the decline, but I mean, it's just ridiculous. Who takes these neo-Nazis even seriously? Come on, they look like idiots. They think like idiots.
Okay, don't say that, bro. I like listen.
Well, idiots that voted for Trump.
Wait. I'm so fucking sorry. That was just like such like an incredibly like fucking like white. That was an incredibly fucking white thing to say. That was like
white.
Yes, that was so fucking white of you. Like, oh, you and me. Oh, like straight white woman. Oh, who takes the Nazis seriously? Oh, like any minority community ever that the Nazis like killed like fucking 12 million of in death camps. What about that? Like, oh,
I know my father was in that war. Thank you very much.
Like maybe shit, dude. And then like the only reason why I made this like automatic association was because like I like Nick Fuentes' fan base, they targeted the fuck out of me. I felt their fucking rage and their wrath for about a week that minority communities in America have experienced nonstop since Hitler came to power prior to when we were both born. And using my week of experiences of understanding the rage and the wrath of fucking Nazis, the statement, who takes them seriously, is bullshit and privilege.
Why do you think Putin is having such a problem with Ukraine? Because you know what? He was telling the truth. There was a pocket of Nazis there. Okay? That's a fact. And Russia, okay, and I know this from my father telling me, okay, Russia, as you all know, continued to fight. All right?
Lahana, thank you for the $3 on PayPal. I appreciate that, Lahana. By the way, if you want to support me or Parker, Venmo's, PayPal's, all can be found in the link tree within our bios. Pivot into Russia and Ukraine. I'm not even fucking following. Parker, I'll let you follow, man.
I'm telling you some real experience, okay? Real experience from a man who fought with the Russians, okay? And by the way, he was there when they liberated Dachau. You're talking to somebody who actually their father knew the experience of walking in to a concentration camp and being blown away because they had heard things, but they could never imagine what they saw. And me, I worked in a bakery. My father made me work in a bakery.
What are you saying?
With all
I want you to sum up what you want to say in like
concentration
one
camp
sentence or less.
survivors. What I'm telling you is, I have
wait. So then why wouldn't you
experience than you do.
So then why wouldn't you take Nazis seriously? Like,
It's not
fascism
that
is bad.
because I think they're idiots. They're not worth my. Listen,
obviously Nazis are idiots. No one's contesting that, but they use their
That's what I'm saying.
idiocracy to
They're
like.
idiots.
But they use their idiocracy to kill people. They use their idiocracy
I
to
would never
perpetuate
support them. I would never support them.
like harm against like
I would laugh at them.
non-cis het
I'm not
white
afraid
people
of them.
to like a level that you've never fucking seen. Like their prejudice and bigotry is so bad that they even look down on you if you're white with brown eyes. Did you know that?
That's okay with me.
Did you know
because
that?
I look down on them.
Did you fucking know that? Like it is so bad
People can't
that they
control
even like
me
have
like
like
that.
ranked tier list for white people. Like, oh, if you have just a little bit more melanin in your skin and you're white, if you just have a little bit more of a tan, or you're not tall enough, or you don't have like this color of eyes or this color of hairs, like it's like some stupid shit like sub-white. Like it's literally so fucking bad, man. And hopefully the only reason I bring up like even how it bleeds into like ranked white people is to demonstrate to you in a way that you might be able to understand, because obviously I don't think you're really capable of understanding, right, the world we live in from any other perspective but yours, okay? Like, do you have brown eyes? Guess what?
I'm Italian, okay? My father was from Italy. And by the by, Hitler thought that the Italians were the descendants of Atlantis.
What fucking conversation are we?
You're talking about white. Okay, Italians weren't considered white.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can we have a conversation about politics? Like, is that a bit much? I'm confused. I don't even know what we're even having a conversation about at this point. Is that just me?
Yeah, I do just want to thank two people here just really quick. Actually 4 people now. Hey, Alyssa, I'd really like to thank you for another $20 on PayPal. And I'm reading your message there, guys. Please show some love to Alyssa down below in the chat. Alyssa, I'm gonna send you a phone number. Just check PayPal, okay? Just check PayPal, man. I appreciate you for the love, Alyssa. As well as Shannon, thank you so much for the $20 on PayPal as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shannon, for the $20. Let's get at least 200 big W's for Shannon as well, saying there's my dream team back together again. Please keep crushing them. We'll never stop. Thank you so much for the love, Shannon.
And Shannon, thank you so much for the $25 as well. Thank you so much. Please have W's for Shannon in the chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Shannon. And Sid with the $100 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Sid. Can we get some W's for Sid in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Sid, for the $100 on Venmo. Thank you so much.
Would you help me get our next guest loaded up in here? W's
yes, I got you. I got you. W's for Sid. Thank you so much.
Let's get some W's for Rachel down below in both of those live chats as well. Rachel donates $30 on Venmo, saying, watching your live gets me through so much. My 6-month-old kitten, unexpectedly passed away from cancer last week. Oh, no, Rachel. Oh, my gosh. That's so fucking sad. Rachel says she used to hang out with me while I watched your lives. Can you give her a shout out? Bro, shout out Cherish. 6-month-old kitten. Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking cry. That is, dude, kitten passing away from cancer? You're kidding me, bro.
That's so sad.
Oh my god. Oh man, I'm a big cat guy. I'm a big cat lover. I'm actually tearing up in my eyes. I'm not even kidding. That's so sad. I love cats.
Josephine, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Yes, we might do a Q&A stream here pretty soon. And then Sierra, thank you for the $10. Thank you.
As well as Kayla. Oh my God, Kayla. Jeez, Kayla with a $50 YouTube super chat. Thank you so much for the love, Kayla. Kayla says, these debates are amazing and one of the few things keeping me sane so much. From a fellow philosophy with ethics concentration grad. That's fucking sick based. You were doing us proud. Thank you so much for the love, Kayla. And there's one last one for me here. Kendra with another $20 on YouTube Super Chat. Shout out to Kendra saying keep doing this. You got it. Thank you guys so much for all the love. You guys are phenomenal. What is up, Gavin? Did you vote for Trump?
So I actually didn't register to vote in time, but if I were to have voted, I would have voted for Trump. Yes.
Why's that? Thank you for the galaxy.
I just think that the last 4 years that we had in office, with the Democrats in office, just weren't ideal. And I think when I look back from 2016 to 2020 versus 2021 to now, I think we were in a much better place then than we were before. So
Great. So you think 2016 the economy was good?
better than it was under the rest of the under the Democrats.
That Obama was president in 2016. So you just admitted that Donald Trump inherited a good economy, and by the time the Democrats actually inherited the economy was bad. Right, 6.4% unemployment
right after COVID,
under
yes.
Trump's administration. Well, yeah, but you have to acknowledge that the inflation under the Biden-Harris administration was caused, right, due to the pandemic as well, the effect on the supply chains. So if you don't acknowledge that, well, then there's going to be a big issue with your analysis, because you will engage in a correlation causation fallacy, right, in order to make Democrats look bad, but you won't acknowledge that same type of reasoning in order to say that it could make, possibly make Trump look bad then.
Well, essentially, inflation barely moved at all under Trump until COVID happened. So
Wait,
we were actually
it was well
into
COVID.
$13 trillion in debt with Obama, but yeah.
Okay. You understand that Trump added 8.4 trillion overall, 4.8 trillion non-COVID related.
Overall,
comparative to the Biden-Harris administration, 4.3 trillion overall, 2.2 trillion non-COVID related.
Okay, yeah. So,
and by the way, Gavin, how old are you?
I'll be 21 tomorrow.
Okay.
I think another thing. What?
What's
2004.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, I probably sound a little younger because I'm a little sick right now, but I think another thing that is a hot topic right now is the tariffs. I think a lot of people are pretty upset about the tariffs, which
Can you
doesn't
tell me
really
what a tariff is?
I don't know the exact definition, but what I can tell you is the tariffs have a harsher effect on Canada and Mexico than it does on the United States.
Well, I want to let you know that it does negatively impact the United States to a very harsh margin. You understand that it is the case that the United States does, right, have a increase in price due to, right, them having to pay the tariffs, right, if they do import the good. So obviously it would cause, right, that not only the production cost to be higher because they would be moved to the United States, but also the goods coming from other places around the world would be more expensive. So there would be a reduction in the amount of goods coming from places around the world, which will cause the prices to go up. So then are you okay with those prices going up?
Go ahead. I am okay with the prices going up in the sense that pretty much every other country in the world puts tariffs on the United States. So basically, it's essentially just putting power back into the United States to threaten those tariffs on Canada and Mexico.
Okay. What tariffs did they have on us?
Canada,
what tariffs did Canada have on us?
I can't specifically cite them. I'd have to do more research for that. But
I thought we reduced tariffs to the USMCA, the last trade agreement established by Donald Trump. So is he renegotiating his own trade agreement?
Well, in an ideal world, we would have a free trade where there's no tariffs at all. But because there's so many tariffs across the board with all countries, Trump is just trying to get power back to America.
He said ideally there would be no
So can
tariffs.
I give you the numbers I was
if
gonna
they
give
don't
you,
have a
or-
tariff imposed on us, well, then you're arguing that we shouldn't impose a tariff on them, which is exactly what we're doing with Canada here.
Right. Okay. But why do you not see American-made products or American-made cars in other countries? Because there's tariffs on them.
But you could say that they place tariffs on us in terms of those particular types of production of cars, but that's just negatively impactful to them. So obviously, why would we want to impose tariffs as well? That would not only negatively impact them, but also negatively impact us.
Tariffs go
Seemingly, tariffs are just negative for the marketplace when it comes to trading between countries.
Right, exactly. They're a negative. Again, like I said, ideally we'd have a free trade. However, we don't. And our trades to Canada make up, I think Canada and Mexico makes up around 39% of their GDP, whereas their trades to us make up combined Canada and Mexico make up 2.7% of our GDP.
Can you give me sources for either of those claims?
So, I mean, my main source. Do you know who Dylan Page is?
No.
He has a TikTok. He's fairly neutral. He's not
Oh
from.
yes, I
He
do.
lives
Yes, I do.
in
Yes, I
Great
do.
Britain, but yeah. So he's an unbiased. I don't know the exact source he got it from, but I prefer him as more unbiased source because I don't think he doesn't really give his opinion on anything. He just states the facts and moves on with it essentially, and lets people interpret that however they might interpret it. So I couldn't tell you the exact, source that he got that from, but again, 2.7% of our GDP versus 25 to 30% of their GDP. I think it would be a much worse impact on them than it would us. And again, I
Well,
essentially think
I
he's
do just want to let you know that it will impact us as well because if they are trading so
No.
much to us, well, then that means us putting tariffs on them will reduce how much we're getting from them, right?
Correct. Well, and I'm not disagreeing that it wouldn't affect us. I know that it would affect us. I'm saying it's a worse effect on them than it is us.
No, what you're not understanding is that that would just mean that like their trade with the United States would necessarily speaking have an impact on both economies. If it's a huge portion of their economy, it could have a more massive effect on our economy in terms of nominal level because we have a larger economy, right? So if it it could have a huge shock on our production, which could negatively impact more people.
But again, I think the tariffs haven't even gone through. My thought process on the reason that Trump is threatening these tariffs is again to put power back into America. I think with Mexico especially, it's a way for him to kind of help secure the border.
Back in here?
So, yeah, go ahead.
So what did he get from Canada?
What did he get from Canada?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so you just are believing in the hypothesis that Donald Trump didn't back down. He got something from them via master negotiation skills, even though you have no evidence?
No, but what I'm saying, I just explained my evidence with Mexico that his tariffs are, again, I don't have the exact source, but his tariffs, I'm not sitting in front of a computer right now, so his sources or his tariffs on Mexico are a form of, again, what Trump is trying to do, and that what people I don't think realize is because all they want to think about is the price increase.
What did he get from Mexico? Come on,
Gavin, this is an essay in school. You don't
Cassie,
need to increase
This
the
is
word
exactly
count.
what you guys do on your whole platform.
I don't like.
You've cut me off 25 times, Parker.
I don't purposefully say things that are irrelevant though. Like you're literally like trying to increase the word count, like you're writing something for school.
Right, exactly what you do.
I know I don't. I literally
Yes,
I engage in something called brevity. I give you specific thoughts.
45 times and you cut me off every
listen,
single time.
this critique could probably apply to me, but not to him. So, but anyways, answer my question. What did he get from them?
Again, he is trying to be able to have more power against Canada
But he
and
obviously
Mexico.
backed off of the tariff. So what did he get from either Mexico or
No,
Canada?
what I'm saying is he's using the tariffs to put power back into America.
But it
back
didn't
into
put
America's
power
economy.
into America. If anything, made America look weaker because he imposed them and backed down less than 25 hours.
Have they gone through? Have they gone through?
He backed down. Yeah, he imposed them with use of an EO, where they were going to go into effect 48 hours after signing the EO into law. EO was signed into law. Then 24 hours after signing the EO into law, he backed down. So that means that like he was like, little bitch boy, wanted to fuck with the other countries, impose the tariffs, but then he learned that it was going to have bad effects on America, and he like bent the knee. Doesn't that make America look a little weak?
Well, I would say that most of the countries have bent the knee to him from day
so
one.
I'm asking you, how did Canada and Mexico bend the knee to Donald Trump? What did he get from Canada and Mexico to relinquish the imposition of the tariffs?
I mean, putting illegal immigrants back into Mexico has definitely been powerful. I think
you're not telling me what he negotiated.
I can't give you an exact thing.
Wait, why was he assuming that undocumented immigrants only come from Mexico? One. Two, if you're referencing the Remain in Mexico border policy, if you were trying to reference the if you were trying to reference the Remain in Mexico border policy, that applies to the asylum process, which is a legal process.
Can we kick this guest?
Yes, please.
You can kick me. Have a good one, guys.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next guest. Probably do like one more guest, then I'm gonna hop off for the night. I'm only gonna do about 3.5 hours.
Hey.
Bro,
Yeah, so how old are you?
Oh yeah, real quick, Parker, bro. I posted a video. Remember that video I posted on TikTok? I could just completely stop sending out like right after you looked at his analytics.
Dude, that's
How you doing?
Yeah, what's up? How are you?
I'm 15. It was just I was listening.
Okay, goodbye. Sorry, man. Gotta be at least 18 million live. Hey, for everybody watching at home, good to see you all. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching at YouTube, make sure to drop a sub. If you haven't already, like that stream. If you haven't already, if you're watching at home on TikTok, make sure that you're double tapping away on that phone screen. Probably do another guest or two before I hop off for the night. It's been a long day, very, very long day. I am only planning to do about 3.5 hours tonight, so my apologies, my apologies. If you do want to support the stream, the link to my Venmo and my PayPal are going to be in the link tree in my bio if you're watching on TikTok.
You're no different than a homeless person taking handouts.
I'm no
You think
different
we're
than
panhandling?
a homeless... Wait, 1 second. You think I'm no different than a homeless person taking handouts? Oh, they just left. Okay. All right. Everybody, do just kind of give us a minute. We got Sam loading up into the box. I guess somebody got jealous and ran away like a beta male. Amelie, thank you so much for the $7 donation over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the handout. Means the world. Next guest loading into the box. Here we go, you guys. Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and put the Venmo and the PayPal on the YouTube stream in case anybody watching on YouTube wants to support me. Boom. Bang. Look at that. Would you help us load our next guest up in here? Oh, you already are. Based.
Yep.
Everybody just do give us a minute. Go out to Dean and Parker on YouTube. Yeah, the YouTube is a little bit of a better stream. Hey, yo, Tommy with a $5 super chat on YouTube is a handout. Saying Dean Withers 2048. Maybe one day. We'll see. Thank you for the love, Tommy. What's up, Kitty? Did you vote for Trump? Kitty?
Hi, yes I did.
Oh, why?
Just because of his economic policies as well, just the way he did his the illegal immigration is doing well as well. But I just have a question for Parker. I saw a screenshot that you kind of did a Hitler salute, a Nazi salute, and you're holding your anxiety pen in your hand. I just want you to explain yourself, like why you did that.
Yeah, so that's either an edited picture. I've explained this a million times, and people keep bringing this up because it's conservatives trying to use this against me. They have nothing against me. It's either an edited picture or it's out of context, literally just like moving my arms around. It looks edited because there's literally like lower quality right below my arm, and my arm looks weird. I've never joked about that in my life. I don't make jokes like that. Right? That was like when I first saw that, it was like caught me really off guard because I've never like made a joke like that. So I've explained this a million times. I've posted a thing on X explaining this. Talked about it on TikTok a million times.
If you,
I saw it though, and you were
I just want
smiling.
to add on here. Please don't use the term anxiety pin.
Oh, you want me to say weed pen? Wax pen?
You can't say that. You can't say that. We have to kick you now. But I'm like, bro, if you actually like did any research into that, you would have seen my responses to that a million times. But
because that's
conservatives are trying so hard. That if you want to know who posted that, older millennial. Okay, are you gonna take older millennial as a source, please, bro?
Oh, he's back. Wait. He's back. Okay. All right. So, hey, last time you came up here, you turned into a beta male and you ran with your tail in
You
between
use
your
the term
legs.
anxiety pin all the time. You call your own pin an anxiety pin.
Because it is an anxiety pin.
You just told her not to use the term anxiety pin.
Yeah, because it's an elevation stick.
Because his is it an anxiety pin?
It's an elevation stick.
Precisely.
Oh my goodness.
No, wait. You said
cool.
that there's no difference between me and like a homeless person. Okay, so you don't think this is a real
Yeah,
job,
have you
right?
ever had a job? Like a real job?
Yeah, I've
This is my real job.
Wait. Just sorry, real quick. So yeah, I've actually.
I mean, I'm all for people on TikTok,
Roxanne,
but
so I actually
you literally just thank people for like $1,000 gifts here and there. It's like.
So I'd like to clarify. I actually have 2 international awards for web design, 2 years back to back. One of the only people in FBLA history to do so. It's also the case that I ran a full stack creative.
So why do you need
agency.
to accept money on here?
For a full stack creative agency for a year, where I'd manage e-commerce brands, was really good and had a lot of fun at it. Plus, I worked at Wendy's for a while.
Sounds like you don't need to take other people's hard-earned money.
Wait, no, because this is
Sounds
my
like
job.
you got
because
other
this
sources of income.
No, because I don't do any of that anymore because I focus on this, and that's actually
Turn your gifts off.
And that's no, because I focus on this.
Don't
and this is
accept
what I used to be able to
PayPal, Venmo. Turn those off.
Okay,
Don't tell people
so
what your
I just
Venmo is.
want to clarify. You are so jealous that individuals donate.
I'm
to
not
support this stream
jealous.
that
I
you
make
literally
plenty
want
of
me to
money
turn
with
it off?
5 streams of income. I'm not jealous at all.
I think you're very jealous. Define real
Zero
job.
jealousy.
Define real job.
Zero jealousy, bro.
Define real job. Could you do that for me, or are you gonna run? I have a feeling you're.
You
gonna
just said you had a real job. You just said you had other streams of income that you were creating.
And this as
real
well.
income
This is
from.
also a real job.
This is accepting donations.
This is the only job I've ever had. Does that make you mad?
Not at all.
I've never done anything else other than TikTok lives.
So can you
Well,
define real job? Yo, Erica,
sounds like-
thank you for
Do
the
you think I've
$5
ever-
on
It's a
Venmo for
heady
the
out there,
handout.
Park.
And Jacob,
Sounds
thank
like
you
you
for the
should learn some
$10
things
super
from
chat
me.
over on YouTube saying, take my hard-earned money. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob literally just handed me $10, and Erica literally just handed me $5. Can you thank Jacob and Erica?
I mean, you can. They're giving you their money that they work
I
hard
already
for.
did
so-
thank them, but I want you to thank them too.
No, I'm good. They didn't give me any money, so
Don't thank them.
yeah, I'm not gonna.
Good boy.
Well, Roxanne, I just want to let you know, right? People send us money because they like the entertainment and education that we provide. We wouldn't have 7.5 thousand people in the live if that weren't true. So, like, the fact that you just can't acknowledge that we do provide a service is ridiculous. Also, I just want to let you know, we have 0 ads on this at all. Every other streaming service, Twitch, YouTube, right? Every single one, they run ads all the time. We
He
don't make
just
any
says
money
he has
from
other
ads.
sources of income.
No, I don't.
You should
I don't have a
learn
single.
from him
The only other source I have
and
of
do
income
other
is YouTube.
things.
Wait, no,
Okay.
Roxanne,
No.
you weren't tracking what I said. I literally
You guys
stopped.
take care.
Hey, Roxanne, you're running away. Beta male's running away. Bye-bye. Run away, beta male. Okay,
Not running
awesome.
away. I have work
Awesome.
to do.
Awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
going
you're
back
running
to
away.
work.
So,
I was listening.
So I'm
I
just
was
gonna go
li-
and clarify real quick before you run. So that's actually you missed the overall main point. Is I stopped full stack web development to focus on this full time. I stopped running the creative agency to focus on this full time. I stopped designing software to focus on this full time.
He should tell his pastor to go get a real job because they ask for donations. Hannah, thank you so much for the $15 for never quit this job. I need your entertainment education. Thank you. Katie, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. If y'all are grifters, does that make us grifties? Thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate the $10 for having a real job. Priscilla, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Michaela, thank you so much for the $1. Rachel, thank you so much for the $5. Alyssa, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Please let me know.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. First of all, Pocket Knife, thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on YouTube saying there are educated sugar babies. I love that. I love that. I love that. It's funny as fuck. That's probably one of my favorite donation messages ever. As well as Nuzzle with a $10 with a 10 Canadian dollars on YouTube super chat saying I do full stack web dev and I think Dean's work is more respectable. Oh what? No, we both do respectable work and I appreciate you so much. But Cynthia with the $150 donation on Venmo. Holy shit, Cynthia. Dude, thank you so much for the love. That's crazy. Oh my God. Cynthia says, I love you so much. Please take my hard-earned money. That is so kind. That is literally so kind of you. Everybody, booms and W Cynthia's in the chat everywhere. Thank you so much for the love.
This person said we're paid by the DNC.
As well as Zoe with a 20 as well as Zoe with a $20 donation on Venmo saying, don't tell me how or what to do with my money. Guess jealousy's an ugly monster. Dude, you tell him. And thank you so much for the love, Zoe. As well as Jessica with a $10 donation and Jarif with the $10 donation on Venmo as well from the DNC for the fake job. Thank you guys so much. As well as Nell, once again, with the $50 over on PayPal, saying, take my money, in literally all caps. Dude. Thank you, Nell. Everybody, show some love to Nell, Cynthia, all the donors. Thank you guys so much for the love. You guys are so kind. As well as
Hannah,
Brianna
thank you
with
so
the $5 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you.
And Hannah, thank you so much for the $7.25 for federal minimum wage from the DNC to prove you have a job. And Amy with 2 eyes, thank you for the $50. Thank you so much for the pastor getting a real job comment.
I'm sorry,
I love
I
it,
didn't
Lamont.
mean-
Thank you so much, Amy. I really appreciate it. You're good. Don't worry. Thank you so much, Amy, though. I really appreciate the $50. And Lindsay with the $40. Thank you for educating, for schooling MAGA and educating the rest of us. Thank you so much, Lindsay. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Alyssa, please do send a message for what we could possibly do. But thank you so much.
And also Sarah with the $10 on PayPal saying thank you. Thank you, Sarah. It was SARA. All right, guys, we got the next guest loading in right now. Everybody do just kind of give us a minute. We've been live on YouTube here for a while. Honestly, here pretty soon.
How long's
guys.
your YouTube live been?
Let's see. It has been
Just over 2 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah, I should probably end that, huh?
Yeah, you should definitely end that.
Hey.
The fact that you have 1,000 people there is really cool.
I know, dude. I love it. And I honestly, hey, before we even think about ending the YouTube, can you guys over on YouTube, let me know how you like it. Like, I feel like it's more of like a VIP perspective on the debates. You know what I mean? Like, you get the 4K camera, you get the full body Dean, you get to see what I'm doing when like I'm off screen and whatnot. You know, it's just like, it's seriously just like the VIP perspective.
And I was gonna let people know as well. I'm gonna be doing streams on YouTube. I'll probably doing like media, like reaction type stuff. I was doing that a bit ago, and I mean, you had like 1.4, 1.5 thousand people.
While we're also on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, so like, yeah, no. Anyone who's on YouTube right now, make sure to go check out some of Dean's content on YouTube. Watch it, the whole thing, if you want to. You can also check out my content if you would like to. Make sure to like it if you would like to. But we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Dean's gonna only really run for like 3 hours on these streams on YouTube. Just because for the replays, it's better for that. Because if you did like a 6-hour live, the replays wouldn't do as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we basically want to like have some virality to these streams after the fact, so more people get them recommended so they could come in and watch. And like really, like I should be doing like hour streams if I wanted that factor. I'm pushing it with a 3 hours, but I should.
What happened?
Oh my God! Let me.
What happened?
Allison. Dude, no way. Let me.
What happened?
Allison, thank you so much for the $200 donation on Venmo. Oh my.
W's there, Allison in the chat. W's Allison, everyone. Yo, everyone, spam W's for Allison. We fucking love that. Thank you so much, Allison.
Oh my
W's for Allison.
Dude, why? That's so kind. I don't deserve that. That's way. That's way.
DEI handouts.
Say that DEI again.
You're getting the DEI handouts.
Most obvious rage bait troll ever. Goodbye. But that's so kind of you. I really appreciate your kindness. That is like seriously too kind. Oh my gosh. Allison says you were excellent and so funny. Thank you. Dude, thank you. And like seriously, please, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on TikTok, show Allison some love because that's just crazy, man. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you, Allison. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Last debate of the day. We're ended the stream on a good note. I'm actually going to go ahead and end things over on YouTube right now. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to watch the last debate, what you can do is just go on TikTok, look up my name. You'll see me live. Same thing with Parker. You'll see us both live. Tune in for the last debate. But I'm going to go ahead and end on YouTube now. My girlfriend also just texted me saying that she made some food and it's hot right now. So no better time to end. I guess the stars really lined up. So I love everybody over on YouTube. You guys are awesome. Come over to TikTok if you're still watching live. If you're watching after the fact, probably no longer live, but head over. And Pastel, thank you for the $1 through YouTube Super Chat. See you guys. Bye. Head over to TikTok. Peace.